In the year 1928, a serendipitous event occurred in a small laboratory at St. Mary's Hospital in London that would change the course of medicine forever. The story begins with a young bacteriologist named Alexander Fleming. He was known for his curiosity, meticulous nature, and relentless pursuit of knowledge. On returning from a 2-week vacation, he entered his lab to find an unusual phenomenon unfolding in one of his Petri dishes. Fleming had been conducting research on bacteria, specifically a strain of Staphylococcus, when he noticed something unexpected. One of his Petri dishes had become contaminated with mold, which was quite a common occurrence in laboratory settings. However, this particular mold caught his attention. As he examined the dish closely, he observed that the area surrounding the mold was clear of bacteria. It was a striking contrast to the dense growth of germs that thrived elsewhere in the dish. This unexpected observation sparked a moment of inspiration. Curiosity took the lead as Fleming delved deeper into his accidental discovery. The mold, which he identified as belonging to a species of Penicillium, was producing a substance that inhibited the growth of bacteria. This revelation led him to hypothesize that the mold contained a powerful antibacterial agent. With meticulous experimentation, Fleming isolated this substance and named it penicillin, after the mold that produced it. The potential of penicillin was immense. Fleming's findings laid the groundwork for what would become one of the most significant breakthroughs in medical history. During the early 20th century, bacterial infections were often deadly, and there were limited treatment options available. The landscape of medicine was on the brink of a transformation. However, despite Fleming's monumental discovery, it would take several years before penicillin would be widely recognized and utilized in clinical settings. In the years following Fleming's discovery, 2 other scientists, Howard Florey and Ernst Boris Chain, began working on the development and mass production of penicillin. They recognized its potential and were determined to bring this life-saving medicine to the public. Their research led to the refinement of the extraction and production processes, which were essential for creating a stable and effective form of penicillin. As World War II unfolded, the need for antibiotics became critical. Soldiers on the front lines were suffering from infections, and the medical community was searching for solutions. The collaborative efforts of Fleming, Florey, and Chain bore fruit. Under their guidance, penicillin was successfully manufactured in large quantities for the first time, paving the way for its widespread use in treating injuries and infections. This new antibiotic had a profound impact on global health. It became a beacon of hope for countless individuals suffering from bacterial infections. The implications of penicillin extended beyond the battlefield, from treating pneumonia and scarlet fever to saving the lives of premature infants. Its applications were vast and transformative. As endless success stories emerged, the world began to realize that this remarkable compound had the power to heal and safeguard lives in ways previously thought impossible. The discovery of penicillin revolutionized the medical field, giving rise to the formulation of other antibiotics and transforming how infections were treated. By the mid-20th century, there was a paradigm shift in the treatment of bacterial infections, drastically altering mortality rates across various demographics. Fleming's serendipitous find sparked a wave of scientific exploration, leading to the development of numerous antibiotics that followed, saving millions upon millions of lives. Fleming's journey did not end with his discovery. He spent years advocating for the responsible use of penicillin, cautioning against overprescribing and the emergence of resistant strains of bacteria. His foresight underscored the importance of stewardship in medicine, a lesson that resonates even today in a world confronted with challenges of antibiotic resistance. Penicillin remains a testament to the power of observation, curiosity, and collaboration in science. It emphasizes how unanticipated events can lead to groundbreaking discoveries that shape the future. Today, while we enjoy advancements in medical science that Fleming could only dream of, we must remember the critical principles of investigation and innovation that propelled his discovery forward. So, next time one reflects on the marvels of modern medicine, let us remember the story of Alexander Fleming and the remarkable journey of penicillin. It serves as a compelling reminder that breakthroughs can arise from even the most unassuming beginnings, and that curiosity, when pursued with passion, can lead to extraordinary changes in the world around us. The legacy of penicillin continues to influence medical practices and inspire new generations of scientists and researchers who seek to uncover the next great discovery that will enhance and enrich our understanding of health and medicine. Percy Spencer was an American engineer with a remarkable curiosity and innovative mindset. His journey to inventing the microwave oven began in the midst of World War II, while he was working for Raytheon, a company that specialized in electronics and defense technologies. One day, Spencer was conducting experiments with a new type of radar equipment. Little did he know that these experiments would lead to a culinary breakthrough that would change how we cook forever. As he worked near the radar equipment, he noticed something unusual. He had a chocolate bar in his pocket, and due to the heat generated by the radar waves, the chocolate had melted. This unexpected incident sparked his imagination. Spencer was intrigued by the idea that microwave energy could produce enough heat to cook food. This was a moment that combined chance with keen observation, and it set him on a path that would ultimately lead to the invention of the microwave oven. Spencer's insight didn't stop at mere curiosity. He began to experiment further with the technology. He took popcorn kernels and placed them near the radar equipment. To his amazement, the kernels popped, delivering a delightful surprise. This playful experiment not only demonstrated the power of microwave energy, but also opened Spencer's eyes to the possibilities of using microwaves for cooking. Recognizing the potential of this technology, he began to develop a device that could harness microwaves effectively for cooking food. In 1945, after extensive experimentation and refinement, Spencer's invention led to the first commercial microwave oven, named the Röntgen. This remarkable machine was quite different from the sleek microwave ovens we use today. It was large, bulky, and primarily used in commercial kitchens. The Röntgen signaled the dawn of a new era in cooking, where food could be heated in a fraction of the time compared to traditional cooking methods. Although it took time for the technology to be adopted widely in homes, the microwave oven became increasingly popular over the years. By the 1960s, microwave ovens began to appear in households across America. This shift in cooking technology revolutionized meal preparation, making it quicker and more convenient. With this new appliance, people could heat leftovers, cook frozen meals, or prepare snacks with the simple push of a button. The science behind how microwave ovens work is fascinating yet straightforward. Microwaves are a type of electromagnetic radiation that oscillates at a specific frequency. When these waves enter the microwave oven, they penetrate the food and excite water molecules within it. This agitation generates heat, which cooks the food from the inside out. Unlike traditional cooking methods that rely on direct heat transfer, microwaves allow for a more efficient cooking process, saving both time and energy. As more and more households embrace this technology, various innovations followed. With advancements in design, microwave ovens became more compact, user-friendly, and aesthetically pleasing. They now come equipped with features like pre-programmed cooking settings, sensor cooking, and even smart technology that can connect to your home network. In the years since Spencer's groundbreaking invention, the microwave oven has become an essential kitchen appliance around the world. Its impact goes far beyond convenience. In many ways, it has transformed our eating habits and cooking practices, enabling people to prepare a wide range of dishes from simple meals to complex recipes much more quickly than ever before. Percy Spencer's story reminds us that sometimes the most remarkable inventions come from a blend of curiosity, observation, and experimentation. What began as a melted chocolate bar in a pocket led to a culinary revolution that has shaped modern cooking. His legacy lives on every time someone opens a microwave oven and heats up a meal in mere minutes. Today, microwave technology continues to evolve, pushing the boundaries of what is possible in cooking and food preparation. From smart microwave ovens that can communicate with your smartphone to devices that can steam vegetables and even bake, the possibilities are expanding. As scientists and chefs experiment with this technology, we can only imagine what the future of cooking will look like. Percy Spencer's invention serves as a testament to the power of innovation and the way a single idea can lead to transformative changes in our everyday lives. In the late 19th century, a remarkable discovery changed the landscape of medicine and physics forever. This discovery emerged from the work of a German physicist named Wilhelm Röntgen. As Röntgen experimented with cathode rays, he stumbled upon something unexpected, an invisible form of radiation that would later be known as X-rays. This moment marked the beginning of a new era in medical diagnostics, offering tools that allowed scientists and doctors to see inside the human body without invasive procedures. Röntgen's journey began in 1895, when he was conducting experiments with a cathode ray tube. These tubes produced streams of electrons that would create glowing images. During one of these experiments, he noticed a fluorescent screen across the room, glowing unexpectedly, although the cathode ray tube was shielded from direct exposure. Intrigued and determined to understand this unfamiliar phenomenon, Röntgen embarked on a series of further experiments. He discovered that this mysterious radiation could pass through solid objects, including human tissue, but would leave images on photographic plates. By placing a hand between the tube and the photographic plate, he revealed the bones within, casting a striking silhouette of the human hand. This revolutionary image was the first ever X-ray, and Röntgen realized he had uncovered a significant scientific advancement. Röntgen named this new form of radiation X-ray to signify its unknown nature, where X symbolized the mathematical notion of an unknown variable. This simplistic yet profound designation marked the beginning of extensive research and exploration into X-rays, as scientists globally began to delve into their properties and potential applications. The immediate impact of Röntgen's discovery on medicine was profound. Before X-rays, physicians had limited tools to examine the internal workings of the human body. Diagnosing broken bones or detecting foreign objects lodged within tissues relied on external observations, often leading to challenges in treatment. With the advent of X-rays, doctors could visualize the internal structures of their patients non-invasively. This innovation brought about significant improvements in diagnostics and treatment methods, leading to quicker recovery times and better patient outcomes. Within a year of Röntgen's breakthrough, hospitals in Europe and America began implementing X-ray technology. Surgeons could finally see broken bones in 3 dimensions and pinpoint the exact location of fractures. In addition to broken bones, X-rays allowed for the visualization of tumors, infections, and diseases that were previously difficult to detect. Their ability to reveal internal abnormalities added a new dimension to medical examination, leading to a surge of interest among healthcare professionals. The application of X-rays quickly evolved. In the early 20th century, they were employed extensively for locating foreign objects in human bodies, such as bullets or glass shards. Dentists took note of the technology as well, utilizing X-rays to detect dental caries and other conditions that required immediate attention. The benefits expanded beyond medicine into industries like manufacturing and construction, where X-ray inspections could reveal flaws in metal welds or structural integrity. As with any groundbreaking innovation, the use of X-rays did not come without challenges. With increasing usage, scientists started to recognize the potential risks associated with exposure to X-ray radiation. The health effects became a significant concern, particularly as the technology spread rapidly in clinical and industrial settings. Awareness of radiation exposure eventually led to the implementation of strict safety protocols to protect both patients and medical staff. As decades passed, the technology behind X-rays continued to evolve. The basic principles of Röntgen's discovery remained the same, but advancements in imaging techniques and detector technology have transformed X-ray imaging. Digital X-ray systems emerged, offering higher resolution images with reduced radiation exposure. Modern X-ray machines provide real-time capabilities, enabling dynamic imaging that aids in diagnosing various conditions more accurately. Today, X-rays are not just tools for visualizing bones or detecting tumors. They have developed into multifaceted diagnostic tools, including computed tomography, scans and fluoroscopy. These advanced techniques allow for even greater detail and accuracy, enabling healthcare professionals to devise more effective treatment plans. Medical imaging has transformed dramatically since Röntgen's initial discovery, yet the essence of X-ray technology remains rooted in that moment of serendipity over a century ago. As we reflect on the legacy of Wilhelm Röntgen, his contribution transcends mere technical innovation. His work bridged the gap between physics and healthcare, proving the importance of curiosity and exploration in scientific endeavors. The X-ray, born from a series of scientific experiments, now saves countless lives every day, showcasing how a single discovery can catalyze monumental changes in human health and understanding. The world of medical diagnostics would not be what it is today without Röntgen's groundbreaking insights, reminding us of the powerful impact of curiosity and unintentional discovery in science and medicine. Have you ever walked through a field and felt those prickly burrs attaching themselves to your clothing, or perhaps your pet's fur? This simple yet fascinating occurrence is the inception of one of the most popular fastening inventions in modern history, Velcro. The story begins in the 1940s with George de Mestral, a Swiss engineer who had a curious mind and a keen eye for observation. One day, upon returning from a walk in the Alps with his beloved dog, he noticed those little burrs that had latched onto his dog's fur. These tiny spiky seed pods seemed to cling to everything they touched, instead of merely brushing them off and moving on. George's curiosity was piqued. He took a closer look at these burrs under a microscope and was intrigued by their structure. What he observed was remarkable. Each burr had tiny hooks that caught onto the loops in the fabric of the dog's fur. Inspired by nature, de Mestral began to envision a fastening system that took advantage of this ingenious design. He wondered how many applications could benefit from such a mechanism. Over the next several years, he conducted extensive experiments to recreate this natural phenomenon. He explored different materials and experimented with weaving techniques until he finally devised a system that mimicked the burr's hook and loop method. His invention was born, the Velcro fastener. The name Velcro itself is a combination of the French words velours, meaning velvet, and crochet, meaning hook. De Mestral filed for a patent in 1951, marking the start of a new era in fastening technology. However, like many inventors, he faced skepticism at first. The practical applications of Velcro weren't immediately apparent to manufacturers and consumers. De Mestral spent years demonstrating and promoting his invention, showing how it could be utilized in countless ways, from clothing to industrial applications. In the 1960s, Velcro found a passionate advocate in the world of fashion and design. Designers began to see the potential of Velcro, not just as a functional fastener, but also as a stylish and innovative element in their creations. It made its debut in clothing, shoes, and accessories, enabling wearers to experience convenience and ease. Not long after, Velcro reached new heights of popularity when NASA adopted it for use in space missions. The fastening system proved to be incredibly useful for astronauts, who needed reliable and efficient ways to secure their equipment in the zero-gravity environment of space. Suddenly, a product that had originated from a simple observation on a walk in the woods found its place among the stars. Today, Velcro is found in numerous everyday items, from shoes that can be put on and taken off effortlessly to sports equipment and even home furnishings. Its versatility is undeniable. The hook and loop design has become a staple in industries, ranging from healthcare to fashion. It has transformed how we think about fastening. No longer are buttons, zippers, or laces the only options available. What's particularly fascinating about Velcro is how it represents the power of innovation, sparked by nature. This concept, known as biomimicry, encourages us to observe the natural world and draw inspiration from it. Just like De Mestral observed the burrs sticking to his dog as a moment of irritation, he turned that irritation into a transformative idea. This innovative spirit involves identifying a problem and seeking solutions by analyzing nature. Animal behaviors, plant structures, and natural phenomena often provide insights that can lead to groundbreaking inventions. For instance, hydroengineering has taken cues from the way trees shed water, and transportation designs often mimic the streamlined shapes found in fish and birds. Interestingly, as our society becomes increasingly aware of sustainability and biomimicry, the principles that guided De Mestral are becoming more relevant. Our environment can continue to inspire creativity that leads to improved designs and materials. As technology advances, the integration of natural designs into modern products can help us navigate everyday challenges more smoothly. The story of George De Mestral and his iconic Velcro invention is a testament to the magic of curiosity and innovation. It shines a light on how the simplest moments can lead to extraordinary outcomes, demonstrating that by paying attention to the world around us, we can find inspiration anywhere, even in the humblest of burrs. Whether you're fastening your shoes, securing a bag, or even using Velcro in creative projects, remember that behind this simple tool lies an incredible journey of discovery and ingenuity. The legacy of Velcro continues to evolve, inviting us to explore, invent, and improve the way we live. Just like George De Mestral, we should always remain curious, for who knows what potential lies waiting to be discovered in the everyday moments that surround us? The story of Post-it notes is a fascinating example of how unexpected discoveries can lead to remarkable innovations. It all began in the late 1960s. At 3, a company well known for its innovative product, an engineer by the name of Spencer Silver was engaged in a project aimed at developing a super-strong adhesive. He envisioned a powerful glue that could bond materials permanently. However, as often happens in the world of invention, things didn't go as planned. After much experimentation, Silver found himself with a creation that was anything but strong. Instead of a strong adhesive, he ended up with a very weak one that would allow paper to stick to surfaces temporarily, but could easily be peeled off without leaving residue behind. At first, this was seen as a failure. Silver had set out to create something that would change the world of adhesives, but instead, he had produced something that seemed quite useless. However, rather than abandoning the project, Silver recognized that he might have stumbled upon something with unique potential. He shared his discovery with his colleagues at 3, but the response was mixed. Many did not see the value in a weak adhesive. Ideas for new products can often take time to resonate with the right audience, and Silver had to be patient. The breakthrough came several years later when a colleague named Art Fry attended a church choir practice. He was struggling to keep his bookmarks in place in his hymn book, which inspired a brilliant idea. Fry remembered Silver's weak adhesive and wondered if it could be used to create sticky bookmarks that would allow him to mark pages without damaging them. This simple yet effective idea led to the creation of the Post-it note we know today. The first Post-it notes were a hit in Fry's choir practice, leading him to pitch the concept back to 3. The company members saw potential, and they began developing what would later become one of the most iconic office supplies in the world. The product went through a lot of testing, with various sizes and colors being experimented upon. The classic yellow color was chosen because it was readily available and stood out well on a page. After fine-tuning the product, Post-it notes were officially launched in 1980. Initially, the product struggled to find its market. Many people were skeptical. The concept of using small notes was perceived as unprofessional in offices. However, this soon changed, thanks in part to a strategic marketing campaign. The advertisements showcased the versatility and usefulness of these sticky notes, allowing people to see their potential for reminders, to-do lists, and quick notes. As Post-it notes gained popularity, they evolved into different shapes, sizes, and colors. From larger pads used for meetings to smaller squares perfect for brief reminders, the sticky note became a multifunctional tool, adaptable to a variety of needs. Their convenience helped them quickly establish themselves as a staple in not just offices, but also schools and homes. The cultural impact of Post-it notes cannot be understated. They became a symbol of creativity and organization. Artists began using them for elaborate projects, teachers incorporated them into classroom activities, and individuals used them for personal organizing systems. Their bright colors and ease of use made them not just a practical solution, but also a fun and inspiring one. Today, Post-it notes have sold billions of units and continue to be an essential tool in everyday life. They have sparked trends, inspired products like digital sticky notes, and even found their way into the world of art. The product's journey, from a failed adhesive attempt to a must-have item, shows how great ideas can sometimes stem from apparent setbacks. When we look around an office or a classroom today, it's hard not to see the ubiquitous presence of Post-it notes. They often cover desks, walls, and whiteboards, each serving as a tiny reminder or a fleeting thought captured on paper. The initial mistake made by Silver ultimately led to a revolutionary idea that transformed the way we communicate with one another in a world where quick, effective communication is vital. So, the next time you reach for a post-it note to jot down a reminder. Think of the unexpected journey that led to its creation. A failed attempt turned triumph, representing the beauty of innovation born from perseverance and creativity. It reminds us that sometimes what begins as a setback can lead to something extraordinary. Embrace the creativity of everyday life, recognizing how even the smallest inventions can have a profound and lasting impact on our world. Each note carries with it the spirit of discovery that continues to inspire creativity across generations. This story of resilience and innovation is a testament to the endless possibilities that can arise from curiosity and a willingness to see value in unexpected outcomes. In the world of scientific discoveries, some of the most significant breakthroughs have occurred unexpectedly or as a result of chance experiments. One such instance is the discovery of Teflon, a material that has become ubiquitous in households around the globe, and its story begins in the early 20th century. In 1938, a young chemist named Roy Plunkett was working for a chemical company called DuPont in New Jersey. Plunkett's focus at that time was on developing new refrigerants, substances that could efficiently cool air or liquid. Refrigeration was a burgeoning field, ripe for innovation, as the demand for better cooling solutions was rising with the growth of grocery stores and households needing to preserve food. During this period, Plunkett conducted experiments with a gas known as tetrafluoroethylene. This gas was being tested for potential use in refrigeration. But as a dedicated scientist, Plunkett carefully monitored all aspects of his work. One day, while he was preparing to run a new batch of this chemical, he discovered that the cylinder containing the tetrafluoroethylene had stopped functioning. To his surprise, instead of the gas, he found that the cylinder was now empty, leaving only a white, powdery substance behind. Curious about this unexpected outcome, Plunkett analyzed it further in the lab. Through a series of chemical tests, he identified that this material was more than just a simple byproduct. It possessed unique properties. It was highly resistant to heat, chemicals, and even electrical conductivity. Moreover, this powder had a slippery texture, which spurred Plunkett's imagination. Realizing the potential of this new substance, he began to explore its applications beyond refrigerants. Over the next few years, Plunkett and his research team at DuPont drove their focus towards perfecting this peculiar discovery. They managed to develop a process to produce Teflon in larger quantities, and in 1945, Teflon was officially introduced to the market. So what made Teflon so revolutionary? One of its hallmark features is its non-stick characteristic. While various coatings existed to make cookware easier to clean, Teflon took this to new heights. It allowed food to slide effortlessly from pans, making cooking and cleaning a breeze. This appealed not only to chefs, but also to everyday home cooks, who faced the regular challenge of scrubbing pans and pots after culinary mishaps. In addition to cookware, Teflon found relevance in several other industries due to its exceptional qualities. For instance, in the aerospace industry, its heat resistance and low friction helped to improve the performance of various components. Electric cables were coated with Teflon to ensure they could withstand the high temperatures of functioning systems. Hospitals utilized Teflon in surgical instruments and implants, benefiting from its inert nature. The range of applications for Teflon expanded significantly over the years, as more and more industries recognized the unique attributes of this material. Teflon became iconic in the cooking world in the 1960s and 70s, as manufacturers began producing non-stick frying pans, saucepans, and bakeware. Advertisements showcased the ease with which pancakes could slide onto plates and eggs could be lifted from skillets without leaving a trace. However, with popularity came caution. As Teflon cookware became a staple in many kitchens, concerns emerged regarding the safety of its manufacturing processes and the chemicals involved, particularly the compound used to produce Teflon, perfluorooctanoic acid, raised environmental and health questions. The industry responded by improving manufacturing standards, leading to the development of safer alternatives, while preserving Teflon's beneficial qualities. Today, Teflon has ingrained itself within culinary culture. Many chefs and home cooks alike prefer non-stick surfaces for their convenience and practicality. Various brands deliver Teflon-coated utensils, each promising better cooking experiences, while innovations continue, pushing boundaries on performance and safety. Looking back, Roy Plunkett's chance encounter with an unexpected byproduct in a lab not only changed his career, but also transformed our kitchens and several industries globally. His discovery is a testament to the unpredictable nature of scientific inquiry. It serves as a reminder that opportunities for innovation can emerge from the most unlikely circumstances, urging us to maintain an open mind in the pursuit of knowledge. Such is the story of Teflon, a material born from curiosity and experimentation, showcasing the magic of unexpected discoveries and the impact they can have on everyday life. From refrigeration to culinary delights, Teflon illustrates the beauty of scientific discovery and its ability to evolve and adapt, ultimately becoming a cherished part of our daily routines. As we continue to explore new frontiers in science, who knows what other serendipitous moments await in the future? In the early 20th century, an innovative mind named Edouard Benedictus was working at the crossroads of science and design. He was a French chemist whose work would soon change the world as we know it, particularly in the realm of safety. One day, while conducting his experiments, he accidentally dropped a glass flask coated with a thin layer of plastic cellulose. Much to his surprise, the flask did not shatter into countless dangerous shards, as one would typically expect when glass meets a hard surface. Instead, the glass cracked but held together, thanks to the protective layer of cellulose. This unexpected observation sparked an idea in Benedictus's mind, one that would ultimately lead to the development of safety glass. Unlike regular glass, which poses a risk of injuring individuals upon breaking, safety glass is designed to minimize such danger. The very concept hinges on the way that Benedictus's coated glass maintained its structure, preventing injuries and cuts. The protective layer acts as a bonding agent that holds the glass pieces together, allowing it to remain intact even when broken. Initially, this innovation found its way into the automotive industry. The introduction of safety glass into car windshields transformed vehicle design and safety standards. With the understanding that windshields made of safety glass could sustain impact without shattering, designers began to envision cars that not only looked sleek but were safer for passengers. This advance would eventually contribute to lower accident fatalities and injuries, showcasing how a single moment of curiosity could lead to life-changing technology. Beyond automobiles, Benedictus's invention expanded into various sectors. Architecture and construction began to incorporate safety glass into buildings. Large glass facades could now be designed without the fear of catastrophic failure. Those huge windows we see in modern skyscrapers owe a debt of gratitude to the principles established by Benedictus. These safety features allow for breathtaking views and natural light, all while keeping occupants safe. In addition to the construction industry, the use of safety glass has also permeated fields like aviation and public transportation. From the cockpit of an airplane to the windows of a train, passengers can enjoy their journeys without the anxiety of what happens if glass is shattered. When safety is guaranteed, people's comfort and enjoyment are significantly enhanced. By bridging the gap between elegance and functionality, the concept of safety glass has profoundly influenced the aesthetics of modern design. Furthermore, safety glass is not limited to just protecting individuals. It has also found its place in the realm of art and decor. Artists and designers have embraced this innovation to create stunning installations that challenge our perceptions of beauty and fragility. From dramatic glass sculptures to intricate stained glass windows in cathedrals, the impact of safety glass stretches far into the world of culture. This melding of safety and aesthetic appeal invites us to rethink the boundaries between utility and artistry. As we explore the evolution of Benedictus's safety glass over the decades, it becomes evident that this invention has undergone further advancements. Original concepts have been refined to create laminated glass, tempered glass, and other variations, each providing unique benefits while retaining the spirit of Benedictus's vision. These materials are now commonplace in our daily lives, found in everything from smartphones to glass doors and windows in homes. The idea that a small layer of plastic can change our relationship with glass is remarkable. It opens up discussions surrounding innovation, design, and safety. Benedictus did not merely invent a product, he inspired an entire movement towards safer, more secure environments that are aesthetically pleasing and functional. In retrospect, Edouard Benedictus's moment of serendipity transformed the glass industry and has profoundly affected our day-to-day interactions with glass. It is a perfect example of how creativity and scientific exploration can intersect in ways that enhance our lives. By embracing this innovative spirit, we can continue to push boundaries and envision a future where design and safety go hand in hand, informing everything from infrastructure to art. So the next time you admire a beautiful piece of glass or take in the view from a towering skyscraper, take a moment to think about the extraordinary journey of safety glass. It is a testament to human ingenuity and a reminder of how unexpected accidents can lead to remarkable breakthroughs. That single drop of a flask led to a legacy that continues to protect and inspire today. In the world of adhesives, few substances hold as significant a place as super glue. Its remarkable ability to bond quickly and firmly has made it a staple in homes and industries alike. The story of super glue is a fascinating one, rooted in the inventive spirit of a time marked by conflict and the quest for innovation. This powerful adhesive's origin is closely tied to the ingenuity of a man named Harry Coover. During World War II, Harry Coover was a researcher working on developing clear plastics for gun sights. The military sought materials that would provide adequate visibility while ensuring durability under challenging conditions. Coover and his team experimented with various compounds, but their focus was primarily on creating a suitable form of plastic that met the stringent requirements of wartime technology. While navigating through these experiments, Coover stumbled upon a unique chemical compound. This discovery occurred almost accidentally when he was testing a certain type of cyanoacrylate resin aimed to be used for gun sights. Although they initially thought the resin was unsuitable for their project, Coover noticed something remarkable about it. It cured at room temperature and bonded to surfaces with phenomenal strength. Imagine the moment when Coover realized that this unassuming liquid he had dismissed might have extraordinary potential. The resin had a quick curing property, able to stick to almost anything it touched, facilitating a bond that other adhesives had not been able to achieve at the time. This was unlike any glue the world had seen before. Rather than allowing for gradual bonding, this substance took mere seconds to reach its full strength. Yet, despite this breakthrough, it was not until the late 1950s, after the war had ended, that Coover recognized the commercial potential of his unintended discovery. By then, he was an established scientist, and the world was seeking practical solutions that could simplify daily tasks. With his understanding of the adhesive's properties heightening, he began initiating processes to market and sell this new adhesive product to the public. In 1966, under the name Superglue, the adhesive was finally launched to the market. It quickly became popular due to its versatility. Whether in the home, workshop, or office, Superglue proved to be an indispensable tool for repairs and crafts alike. From reattaching a broken ceramic figurine to mending a pair of shoes, its applications were virtually unlimited. What makes Superglue remarkably compelling is its unique composition. Cyanoacrylate, the primary ingredient, is a fast-acting adhesive that forms a strong bond on a wide variety of materials. It reacts with moisture present in the air to harden and create a tight seal. This property makes it excellent for providing quick fixes in everyday life. Consider for a moment how many times a simple item has played a crucial role in an unexpected situation. Imagine a child's favorite toy that has suffered a mishap. A few drops of Superglue can breathe life back into it, restoring joy and comfort with just a small amount of the clear liquid. Convenience and efficiency it brings to such moments can't be overstated. The usage of Superglue stretches beyond simple household tasks. Industries have harnessed its incredible strength for various applications. From the aerospace sector to medical fields, Superglue has found its way into procedures that require high precision and durable results. For instance, it's even utilized in certain surgical procedures where traditional stitching might not be as effective, showcasing the adhesive's surprising versatility. Interestingly, Superglue has also inspired a range of creative endeavors. Artists and DIY enthusiasts love the precision it provides for intricate projects. Whether it's assembling models or creating intricate art pieces, the adhesive allows for a level of detail that many other glues struggle to achieve. This has fostered a community of makers who continue exploring innovative uses for this extraordinary adhesive. As we reflect on the legacy of Superglue, it becomes clear that it represents more than just a simple adhesive. It embodies the spirit of adaptability and resilience. Harry Coover's story is a reminder that sometimes the best discoveries come from unforeseen circumstances. From a humble laboratory during wartime to becoming a household name, Superglue has successfully navigated the currents of time, continually finding a place in our daily lives. So, the next time you reach for a tube of Superglue, you might pause for a moment to appreciate its origins. This single product showcases the ingenuity and creativity stemming from a time of need, transformed into something that still enhances our lives, proving that some accidents can lead to the most amazing outcomes. In the world of medical advancements, few inventions have made as significant an impact on human health as the implantable cardiac pacemaker. This incredible device, responsible for regulating heartbeats, has saved countless lives and transformed the lives of those with heart conditions. At the heart of its story is a moment of serendipity, a twist of fate that changed the course of medical history forever. Imagine the 1950s, a time of great experimentation and innovation. Scientists and engineers were exploring new frontiers in electronics and medicine, striving to find solutions for various health issues. Among them was an engineer named Wilson Greatbatch. With a background in both engineering and biology, Greatbatch was driven by a desire to improve healthcare, particularly for those with heart problems. Wilson Greatbatch began his journey by developing a device to record the electrical activity of the heart. He was interested in understanding how the heart functioned and how technology might help to monitor its complex rhythms. While working in his lab, Greatbatch encountered a critical moment that would lead to an unexpected breakthrough. As he assembled the components of his heart recording device, he reached for a resistor. This particular component was supposed to help regulate the electrical impulses of the device. However, in a twist of fate, Greatbatch accidentally installed the wrong resistor. Instead of producing a steady signal, the device generated electrical impulses in short bursts, mimicking the natural rhythm of a heartbeat. At first, Greatbatch was frustrated as he tried to troubleshoot his device. But as he examined the output, a new idea began to form in his mind. What if, instead of merely recording heart rhythms, he could create a device that would actively stimulate the heart to beat at a consistent rate? This could hold the key to treating individuals with heart issues, particularly those with arrhythmias, where the heart beats irregularly or too slowly. Greatbatch's accidental discovery marked a turning point in cardiac care. He recognized that by modifying his faulty device into a pulse generator, he could create an early version of what we now know as the cardiac pacemaker. This new device would send electrical impulses to the heart, helping to regulate its beat and potentially saving the lives of patients suffering from various heart conditions. The journey from concept to reality was not straightforward. Greatbatch dedicated himself to refining the technology behind the pacemaker. He collaborated with medical professionals, gathering insights and feedback on how the device might function in a clinical setting. His work led to the first successful implantation of a pacemaker in a human patient in 1958. This monumental achievement marked a new era in cardiac treatment, paving the way for further innovations in the field. The work of Wilson Greatbatch did not stop with the initial pacemaker design. Over the years, he continued to improve the technology, evolving the device into one that could be implanted permanently and operated safely within the human body. His contributions extended beyond pacemakers. Greatbatch played a vital role in the development of various medical devices that stemmed from his passion for innovation. Today, the modern pacemaker has undergone incredible advancements, becoming smaller, smarter, and more versatile than ever. They can now adjust to the body's needs in real time, adapting to changes in physical activity or health status, and are equipped with wireless technology that allows for remote monitoring. This evolution makes it easier for healthcare providers to keep track of patients' heart health without requiring frequent in-person checkups. The impact of the cardiac pacemaker extends far beyond just statistics. Behind every pacemaker is a story of individuals who have regained their vitality, who can now enjoy an active lifestyle, spend time with family, or pursue their passions without the debilitating worries of heart rhythm. Patients who once felt their lives were dictated by their conditions have found new hope, thanks to a device that was born from a simple mistake. Greatbatch's tale serves as a reminder of the unpredictability of innovation. Often, it is in those moments of error or unexpected outcomes that some of the greatest breakthroughs occur. His story emphasizes the importance of curiosity, resilience, and the willingness to explore uncharted territories. It illustrates how one individual's journey, fueled by curiosity, can result in monumental changes for society. As we reflect on the legacy of Wilson Greatbatch and his accidental invention of the cardiac pacemaker, it becomes clear that innovation in medicine is often the product of both intention and happenstance. The journey from a misstep in the lab to a life-saving device illustrates the unpredictable nature of discovery and the profound effects it can have on lives worldwide. This narrative not only chronicles the birth of a revolutionary device, but also reminds us that in the realm of science and medicine, sometimes the most significant advancements are born from simple misunderstandings. It encourages us to embrace curiosity and creativity, for who knows what unintentional discoveries lie just beyond the horizon. Rubber has been a crucial material in a wide array of uses throughout history, but it wasn't until the mid-19th century that its potential was truly unlocked. The story really begins with Charles Goodyear, an American inventor who significantly changed the way rubber was utilized. Before his work, rubber was primarily functional, but limited in terms of durability and versatility. It was prone to weather changes, melting in the summer and becoming hard as rock in the winter. This made it difficult for manufacturers to create reliable products, leading to frequent disappointments in various industries. Charles Goodyear was not initially focused on rubber. His early pursuits included a range of trades, from being a brass maker to an aspiring inventor. He faced numerous challenges, including financial troubles and business failures, but he was persistent in the search for improving rubber. His breakthrough came about through a happy, yet somewhat chaotic accident. In 1839, while experimenting in his makeshift laboratory, Goodyear happened to drop a mixture of rubber and sulfur onto a hot stove. The heat caused a chemical reaction which transformed the rubber into a much more stable material. This process, which would eventually be known as vulcanization, allowed rubber to withstand extreme temperatures and become resistant to wear and tear. What emerged from that serendipitous moment was a material that could be used in countless applications: tires for vehicles, waterproof clothing, surgical gloves, and so much more. The word vulcanization itself derives from the Roman god of fire, Vulcan. This is fitting, since heat plays a crucial role in this transformative process. During vulcanization, rubber is heated along with sulfur and other additives. This mixture reacts chemically, creating crosslinks between the rubber molecules. As a result, the rubber becomes stronger and more elastic than before. Think about it this way. If raw rubber is like a single thread, vulcanized rubber is like a tightly woven piece of fabric, bringing unparalleled strength and flexibility. The implications of Goodyear's accidental discovery were profound. With vulcanized rubber, manufacturers could create tires that significantly outperformed their predecessors, which were often made from solid rubber or leather. These new tires provided better traction and durability, reshaping the world of transportation. Imagine riding on bumpy and uncomfortable roads with tires that offered minimal support. The introduction of vulcanized rubber changed riding experiences from a bumpy ordeal to a smoother journey, enhancing overall comfort. In addition to transportation, the versatility of vulcanized rubber extended into various sectors. In manufacturing, the emergence of vulcanized rubber led to the production of industrial hoses and seals that could withstand high pressures and diverse chemicals. In clothing, it opened the door for raincoats and waterproof boots, allowing people to venture into wet weather without concern for their attire. This revolutionary substance even found its way into the realm of medicine, where surgical gloves became essential tools in maintaining hygiene and preventing infection. Yet, despite the tremendous benefits of his discovery, Goodyear faced significant challenges in protecting his invention. He struggled with patents and often found himself embroiled in legal battles. For many years, other manufacturers took advantage of his ideas, leading to frustration and financial loss. It was not until later that he finally gained recognition for his contributions, which are now celebrated as pivotal in industrial chemistry and innovation. Charles Goodyear's story reminds us of the unpredictability of invention. Sometimes, great breakthroughs come from serendipity, a moment of inspiration in the middle of what might seem like an ordinary day. His journey was rife with obstacles, yet his determination and creativity resulted in a product that transformed life and industry, in ways he could not have anticipated. The legacy he left behind is not just in the material he created, but in the spirit of innovation that encourages others to explore the unknown. So next time you encounter rubber products, from the tires on your vehicle to the soles of your shoes, you might reflect on the remarkable journey of vulcanized rubber, a journey that began with a simple mistake in Charles Goodyear's workshop. His story serves as a powerful reminder that innovation does not always follow a straight path. It can arise from moments of unexpected discovery, leading to advancements that can change the world for generations to come. The history of vulcanized rubber is not just a tale of a material. It is a testament to human curiosity, resilience, and the joyous accidents that propel us forward. In the early 20th century, a young boy named Frank Epperson lived in the city of San Francisco, California. Like many children, he loved sweet treats, particularly sugary drinks that could tickle the taste buds with excitement. One crisp evening in 1905, something unexpected and delightful happened that would change the world of frozen snacks forever. Frank had a penchant for mixing together various flavored powders with water, creating colorful and flavorful beverages that he could sip on during playtime. As the sun set and the temperatures began to drop, he busily prepared his favorite drink, a concoction of fruity flavors that tantalized his senses. However, that night, in a moment of forgetfulness, he left the drink outside on the porch with a wooden stick stuck in it. The night was chilly, and as temperatures plummeted, Frank's drink was left untouched, slowly transforming under the cold embrace of the night air. The next morning, to his astonishment, Frank discovered that his sugary drink had turned into a solid block of ice around the stick. Curious and adventurous, he pulled it from its icy prison and took a big bite. He was met with a delightful fusion of flavors, the taste of summer encapsulated in a chilled, icy treat. This fortuitous event sparked inspiration within Frank. He realized that this frozen delight could be something special, a playful snack that could bring joy to both children and adults alike. In his mind, he could envision a future where others would share in the simple pleasure he experienced on that fateful morning. Frank began to experiment further, crafting various flavors and refining his method. With his creative spirit and whimsical approach, he created what he called the Epperson Ice Pop. It was a fun way to enjoy a variety of tastes, and he would have never guessed that a moment of oversight would lead to such a delicious invention. As time went on, Frank decided to bring his delightful creation beyond his own backyard. He shared his pops with friends and family, who were equally enchanted by the frozen treats. The pops quickly gained popularity among kids in the neighborhood, who eagerly awaited their turn to sample the icy wonders. Later, in 1923, Frank Epperson realized that this delightful invention had the potential to reach even more people. With a clear vision and entrepreneurial spirit, he patented his creation. The delightful pops soon began to appear at amusement parks and local fairs, where people flocked to experience this refreshing, icy treat that brought with it a sense of nostalgia and joy. Eager to expand his reach, Frank started producing them on a larger scale. The pops were transformed into various flavors, appealing to a wide audience. People delighted in the tangy taste of cherry, the refreshing sensation of lemonade, and the creamy richness of root beer float. Each flavor offered a unique experience that would transport people to sunny memories, making them feel lighthearted and carefree. The iconic images of children enjoying popsicles soon began to appear in advertisements, and the product became a staple in delicious summertime fun. Soon enough, the ice pop gained a new name, gaining widespread recognition simply as the Popsicle. This catchy name captured the imagination of various communities and made it a household favorite. Over the decades, the Popsicle has continued to evolve. New flavors emerged, innovative shapes were introduced, and creative combinations dazzled the taste buds of all. From rainbow swirls to even more exotic tastes, the Popsicle took on many forms to please the palates of generations. Today, Popsicles are enjoyed year-round, not just in the summer months. They have found their way into lunchboxes, family gatherings, and friendly get-togethers. Their refreshing nature brings joy to countless people of all ages. These colorful treats symbolize not just a sweet indulgence, but a sense of nostalgia and warmth tied to childhood memories. Frank Epperson's simple idea, born from an accidental moment, has transformed into a worldwide phenomenon, reminding us that sometimes joy lies in the most unexpected places. This story of the Popsicle serves as a testament to creativity and innovation, illustrating how one small moment can lead to something extraordinary. So the next time you enjoy a Popsicle, take a moment to appreciate the delightful history behind that icy treat, born from a simple sugary drink left outside on a chilly night, waiting to bring happiness with every bite. In the world of toys, few items have become as iconic and beloved as Silly Putty. This playful, bouncy substance is not just a fun thing to squeeze and reshape. Its origins are a fascinating tale of scientific experimentation and innovation. The story begins in the early 1940s, during a time when the demand for rubber was high due to World War II. Rubber was essential for everything from tires to military supplies, and the search for a synthetic alternative was underway. Scientists were tasked with finding materials that could mimic the properties of natural rubber. One of the chemists involved in this quest was James Wright, who worked for General Electric. In an effort to create a new type of synthetic rubber, Wright combined boric acid with silicone oil. To his surprise, instead of creating a new rubber compound, he ended up with a strange, gooey, and stretchy substance that could bounce. This was not what he had set out to make, but it was certainly intriguing. Wright experimented further, discovering that the material could be shaped and molded. It would bounce when thrown and could even transfer images from newspaper print, creating a unique sensation when it was played with. Wright's invention, though interesting, did not initially attract commercial interest. It was not until the late 1940s that the potential for this peculiar material was recognized by a fellow inventor named Ruth Folgeter. Folgeter saw the fun and imaginative possibilities of Wright's creation and decided to market it. She named it Silly Putty, reflecting the light-hearted and whimsical nature of the product. In 1950, Silly Putty made its debut at the American National Toy Fair, and the response was overwhelmingly positive. Children were drawn to its malleability and the satisfaction of stretching and squishing it. Silly Putty quickly gained popularity in households across America, becoming a staple in children's toy boxes. Its versatility set it apart from traditional toys. Children could mold it into any shape they desired, making it a creative outlet, as well as a toy. It also provided a sensory experience, stimulating touch and fine motor skills. Parents appreciated that it was non-toxic and safe for kids to play with, allowing for peace of mind as children happily engaged with their new favorite toy. Interestingly, Silly Putty also found its way into the adult world. It was embraced by artists who used it to create sculptures and various forms of artwork. Its properties allowed for unique designs that were both fun and imaginative. The creativity inspired by Silly Putty knew no bounds, with people around the world using it in ways that original chemists had never imagined. It didn't take long for the playful Putty to collect numerous awards and even some accolades from the scientific community, emphasizing its innovative characteristics and the whimsical creativity it sparked. Over the decades, Silly Putty has sat at the crossroads of art, science, and playful imagination. Its unique ability to bounce, stretch, and even pick up images has made it a timeless classic. In classrooms, teachers have harnessed its potential to engage children in learning through hands-on activities. The playful nature of Silly Putty lends itself well to brainstorming sessions and collaborative projects, inviting students to use their hands as they think. The iconic plastic egg-shaped container has become synonymous with Silly Putty, creating a whimsical image that captures the essence of childhood fun. Today, Silly Putty comes in a variety of colors, and special editions are often released for holidays, celebrations, or collaborations with popular franchises. Whether it's the traditional beige or vibrant shades of pink, blue, and green, each iteration invites creativity and play. Beyond just being a toy, Silly Putty serves as a reminder of the unexpected outcomes that can arise from experimentation. What began as an attempt to create synthetic rubber turned into a beloved item passed down through generations. It embodies the spirit of joyous exploration and innovation, encouraging everyone to think outside the box. So, next time you take a small piece of Silly Putty in your hands, remember the rich history behind its creation and the endless possibilities it holds. It's more than just a toy. It's a portal to creativity and fun, wrapped up in a simple, squishy form. In the early 20th century, a fascinating chapter in material science began to unfold, one that would have lasting impacts on various industries, from kitchenware to architecture. Central to this story is the accidental invention of stainless steel by an English metallurgist named Harry Brearley. Born in 1871 in Sheffield, England, Harry Brearley grew up in a city renowned for its steel production. Sheffield earned its reputation through its production of high-quality steel, and as industry progressed, the demand for advanced materials grew significantly. This was particularly true for the military during World War I. At that time, a search was underway for a metal that would withstand the harsh conditions of gun barrels. The goal was to create a material that could resist the corrosion and wear that typically compromised the durability of traditional steel. Brearley was charged with an important task: to develop a gun barrel that would last longer and perform better than existing alternatives. He began experimenting with the composition of steel, exploring various alloys in hopes of finding a solution. In his laboratory, he tried combining different elements with iron in his quest for the ideal material. During this process, he came across a mixture that contained chromium, a metal known for its extraordinary corrosion-resistant properties. The breakthrough came in 1913, when Brearley noticed something peculiar. When he tested this chromium alloy, it demonstrated remarkable resistance to rust and staining. What he had stumbled upon was an entirely new alloy: stainless steel. It was a moment that would change the course of materials science. Brearley's discovery was not without its challenges. Initially, there was skepticism regarding the potential of this new material. With its unique composition, many in the industry were uncertain of its practical applications. However, as the properties of stainless steel became evident, its versatility began to attract attention. The ability to combine strength, durability, and resistance to oxidation made it an attractive option for various fields. In addition to military applications, stainless steel quickly found its way into the culinary world. Cookware and utensils made from stainless steel soon emerged, providing chefs with tools that not only retained their shine, but also resisted the ill effects of food acid. Think of all of the pots and pans that grace kitchens today, their gleaming surfaces reflecting both elegance and practicality. Architects and designers also began to recognize the benefits of this new material. Stainless steel's durability and aesthetic appeal led to its use in modern construction. Iconic structures adorned with stainless steel, such as the Sydney Opera House and the Guggenheim Museum in Bilbao, showcase how this material can elevate design while providing resilience to the elements. Another major advantage of stainless steel is its recyclability. As society increasingly moves towards sustainability, the ability to recycle stainless steel without degrading its quality becomes more and more significant. The properties that made it appealing initially, strength, resistance to corrosion, and longevity, also make it a favorable option for environmentally conscious construction and manufacturing practices. Brearley's accidental discovery paved the way for a new way of thinking about materials. The impact of stainless steel stretches far beyond its practical applications in mundane objects. It has become synonymous with quality and reliability. The gleaming kitchen appliances and sleek pipes that carry water through our cities are testaments to the transformative power of Brearley's innovation. In industries that demand cleanliness and hygiene, such as the medical field, stainless steel is a staple. Surgeries and instrumentation rely on materials that can be sterilized and maintained without fear of contamination. Here, the invention is not only about functionality, but also safety, revolutionizing the standards of medical practice. Moreover, the artistic world has also embraced stainless steel. Sculptors and artists have utilized it for its unique reflective qualities and contemporary appeal. Works of art that play with light and shadow catch the eye, while also demonstrating the endless possibilities of this fantastic material. Harry Brearley, through sheer serendipity, not only revolutionized gun manufacturing, but also transformed diverse sectors with his unintended creation. From the laboratories of Sheffield to kitchens, hospitals, and stunning cityscapes, the legacy of stainless steel continues to resonate today. So next time you encounter an object made of stainless steel, whether it's a well-crafted knife in your kitchen or a dazzling piece of public art, remember that it all traces back to a simple inquiry about improving the resilience of gun barrels. What began as an ambitious search ended in a remarkable treasure of modern industry, a resilient, versatile, and beautiful material that has stood the test of time. All thanks to the exploratory spirit of Harry Brearley and a stroke of good fortune. In the world of toys, few have achieved iconic status, quite like the Slinky. This simple device, made of a helical spring, has delighted young and old alike for generations. Its invention stems from a moment of serendipity, a discovery that showcases how sometimes the best ideas emerge from the most unexpected situations. The story begins in the early 1940s with a man named Richard James, an engineer working on springs for the United States Navy. James was meticulously designing devices to help stabilize sensitive instruments on ships, when one day he accidentally knocked one of his tension springs off a shelf. As he watched the spring lose its balance and begin to walk down the stairs, he was struck by how captivating it was. Instead of simply falling, the spring had a unique motion, moving fluidly in a way that seemed almost magical. This motion sparked an idea in his mind. James realized this could be more than just a spring. Taking this observation as an inspiration, he began thinking about how he could turn this spring into a toy. He envisioned a product that could provide enjoyment and a sense of wonder, tapping into the innate curiosity we all have as children. By taking something functional and transforming it into a playful object, he could create a lasting impact. After some experimentation, Richard James refined his idea, adjusting the coils and ensuring that the spring maintained the perfect balance to create an enjoyable experience for users. He decided to give it a name, drawing inspiration from the twisting and dancing motion he had witnessed. Thus, the Slinky was born, a name that is both catchy and reflects the toy's unique capabilities. In 1945, Richard and his wife, Joan, decided to take the leap into entrepreneurship. Together, they launched a small business to manufacture and sell the Slinky. Initially, they worked from a modest workshop, employing techniques and machinery that mirrored the very processes that Richard had utilized in his engineering career. The duo faced many challenges in bringing this idea to market, but their perseverance paid off when they decided to demonstrate the Slinky at a toy fair in 1946. The response was overwhelming. Children and adults alike were captivated as they watched the spring gracefully descend from one staircase to another, transforming physics into fun. The simplicity of the Slinky was its strength. It was easy to understand, yet had a challenge that encouraged exploration and ingenuity. Whether it was racing one down a set of stairs or using it to create optical illusions, the Slinky encouraged creativity and play, an aspect that every generation craves. As the years went by, the Slinky became a household name. It not only captured the imaginations of children, but also carved out a significant place in popular culture. The charm of the Slinky extends beyond its playful nature. It represents an era where toys were not just about entertainment, but also about interactive learning. It continues to be a staple in educational settings, helping teach concepts of gravity, tension, and motion, all while keeping the learning process fun. The continued popularity of the Slinky can also be credited to its versatility. It isn't just a toy to be played with on stairs. The Slinky has become a part of various creative pursuits. Artists and inventors have embraced the Slinky, using it as the inspiration for various forms of art and scientific demonstration. It encourages experimentation, making it a perfect tool for creativity and exploration. Even in our digital age, where screens dominate entertainment, the Slinky remains relevant. It evokes nostalgia, reminding many of their childhood, while also introducing new generations to its charm. The tactile experience of holding a Slinky, feeling it stretch and compress, holds a value that digital toys often lack. The act of simply watching it move can be a soothing experience, drawing attention away from the distractions of modern life. In essence, the Slinky embodies ingenuity and the spirit of play. Richard James' moment of discovery transformed not only a simple coil of metal into a beloved toy, but also became a testament to the power of creativity and innovation. It reminds us that sometimes inspiration can come from unexpected moments, and that the most enjoyable experiences in life can arise from the simplest beginnings. Through its simple yet fascinating design, the Slinky continues to enchant and engage, ensuring that its legacy will last for generations to come. In the late 19th century, a curious twist of fate led to one of the most significant discoveries in the realm of food science. Imagine the bustling scene in a laboratory filled with eager minds, beakers bubbling, and the air thick with the scent of chemicals and potential. In 1879, a chemist named Ira Remsen was conducting research at Johns Hopkins University alongside his assistant, the diligent and slightly forgetful Konstantin Fallberg. Their work primarily focused on coal tar derivatives, a novel area at the time filled with both questions and opportunities. One fateful evening, after a long day of experiments, Fallberg returned home, feeling both exhausted and satisfied with their progress. In his routine, he overlooked a critical step: washing his hands after working with various compounds. As he sat down to have dinner, he absent-mindedly brought his fingers to his lips and tasted the leftover residue from his work. To his astonishment, he was greeted with an intense sweetness, something entirely different from anything he had previously encountered. The unique flavor intrigued Fahlberg, and he felt compelled to investigate further. His taste buds buzzed with the vibrant sweetness, far surpassing that of sugar. He rushed back to the laboratory to evaluate the source of this newfound flavor. Through meticulous examination, they identified the chemical compound responsible for this remarkable sweetness: saccharin. It was one of the first artificial sweeteners ever discovered. Saccharin, scientifically known as benzoic sulfamide, emerged as a game-changer in the culinary world. Its ability to provide sweetness without the calories associated with sugar caught the attention of many. This trait made saccharin particularly appealing during a time when dietary concerns were increasingly becoming a topic of discussion. People were starting to look for healthier alternatives, and here was a compound that could satisfy a craving for sweetness without the added sugar. With its zero-calorie profile, saccharin became an alternative for those watching their weight and those living with diabetes. As word spread about saccharin's unique properties, it was soon marketed as a sweetening agent in various products, transforming the way people experienced sweetness in their diets. You might find saccharin in tabletop sweeteners, diet drinks, and even in some baked goods. What began as a serendipitous taste test evolved into a key ingredient in the modern food landscape. Throughout the years, saccharin sparked a fair share of controversy. In the 1970s, concerns about its safety emerged, especially when studies in rats suggested a link to cancer. This led to the Food and Drug Administration proposing a ban on saccharin, igniting debates about artificial sweeteners in general. However, subsequent research revealed that the results from those early studies did not translate to humans, and saccharin was eventually declared safe by multiple health authorities, including the World Health Organization. Today, saccharin stands among a variety of artificial sweeteners, including aspartame and sucralose, but what sets it apart is its history steeped in the unintentional discovery of its sweetness. Efforts to promote healthy eating have led many to explore the world of sugar substitutes, and saccharin remains relevant even in contemporary discussions about nutrition and food labeling. Ira Remsen and Konstantin Fahlberg, through their simple laboratory oversight, not only contributed to scientific knowledge, but also encouraged a cultural shift in dietary habits. Their story highlights how curiosity and human error can sometimes lead to monumental breakthroughs. Most importantly, it underscores the notion that the world of science thrives on exploration, imagination, and a sprinkle of serendipity. As saccharin continues to be used and studied, it's fascinating to reflect on its journey from a forgotten residue on hands to a household name in the world of sweeteners. The discovery of saccharin serves as a reminder that sometimes what we overlook can lead to the most delightful surprises. It's a narrative woven into the fabric of culinary science, illustrating how an unexpected twist can create a ripple effect in society, altering how we think about food and sweetness for generations to come. John Hobbs, a Canadian inventor and electrical engineer, is best remembered for his groundbreaking work in the field of cardiology, particularly the invention of an early pacemaker. His journey towards this remarkable innovation is a fascinating story of curiosity, experimentation, and unexpected breakthroughs. In the early 1950s, Hobbs was conducting research on the hypothermia treatments at a hospital in Toronto. He was exploring the effects of low body temperatures on patients and how to bring them back to a normal state. During these experiments, he recognized a critical challenge. When the body cools significantly, the heart can slow down or even stop functioning properly. This observation sparked an idea that would ultimately change the world of medicine. Hops began to brainstorm potential solutions to regulate heart activity in patients suffering from hypothermia. The prevailing methods at the time were rudimentary and often inadequate. He thought about electronic devices and how they might serve as artificial means to stimulate the heart's natural rhythm. The concept of using electrical impulses to control the heartbeat began to form in his mind, allowing him to consider the feasibility of an external pacemaker. One of the significant turning points in Hops' investigation came when he started to experiment with radio frequency heating. This technology, which had primarily been used for various medical procedures, piqued his interest as he began to see how it could be adapted to produce the required electrical stimulation for the heart. Combining his knowledge of electrical engineering with a deep understanding of human physiology, Hops embarked on an experimental phase that would lead to incredible discovery. Hops first built a device that could generate electrical signals. This early model was a huge departure from what we consider a modern pacemaker today. His initial prototypes were bulky and separate from the body, but they laid the cornerstone for a revolution in heart treatment. The idea was simple, but brilliant. If it was possible to send gentle electrical impulses to the heart, he could potentially revive the natural rhythm of the heart, helping those whose hearts had slowed down due to various medical conditions. His early experiments yielded positive results, demonstrating that electrical stimulation could indeed prompt the heart to resume a normal pace. Hops' work began to attract attention within the medical community. Doctors and researchers were intrigued by his findings, and they saw potential applications for his invention in various clinical settings beyond just hypothermia treatment. In 1958, Hops took his research a step further and successfully implanted his pacemaker into a dog. This experiment marked a critical moment in medical history as it demonstrated a practical implementation of his concepts. The implanted device was able to control the dog's heart rhythm effectively, showcasing the device's capability to aid in treating heart conditions. This success was a significant validation of his years of research and experimentation. The first human implantation of a pacemaker occurred in 1959, thanks to the collaborative efforts of Hops and other leading surgeons. The patient, who had suffered from bradycardia, was able to experience a significant improvement in her quality of life, thanks to the device developed from Hops' pioneering work. This monumental event marked the beginning of a new chapter in cardiology and established the groundwork for the ongoing advancement of pacemaker technology. Over the years, the evolution of pacemakers has been remarkable. Today's devices are tiny, sophisticated, and capable of intricate monitoring. They can adjust their settings automatically based on the individual's heart rate and rhythm, offering unprecedented support for patients with various cardiac conditions. The basic principles laid down by John Hops during his exploratory experiments continue to underpin modern innovations in this field. Hops was not only a brilliant inventor, but also showed immense courage and creativity by venturing into uncharted territories of medical science. His accidental discovery, born from the necessity of solving a specific medical issue, has led to a profound impact on countless lives across the globe. The ability to control heart rhythms electrically, a concept that may have once seemed outlandish, is now a commonplace reality that saves lives every day. In summary, John Hops' journey to inventing the early pacemaker highlights the importance of experimentation and innovation in medicine. His work serves as an inspiration for current and future generations of scientists and engineers. It reminds us that sometimes the most significant advancements come from unexpected accidents and a willingness to explore the unknown. The legacy of hops is a powerful testament to human ingenuity and our endless quest for better solutions to complex problems. In the early 20th century, a remarkable innovation emerged that would forever change the landscape of materials used in everyday life: the invention of synthetic plastic. This groundbreaking creation can be largely credited to a Belgian chemist named Leo Baekeland. However, the journey to plastic began with a quest for alternatives to natural materials, specifically shellac. Shellac, a natural resin derived from the secretions of the lac insect, had been widely used for centuries in various applications, from varnishes to electrical insulations. Although useful, shellac had its limitations. It was not particularly durable, could be sensitive to heat and moisture, and there was a growing need for a material that could withstand various environmental conditions while also being versatile in its applications. In the late 1800s, Leo Baekeland began his quest to develop a synthetic alternative. Fascinated by the possibilities of chemistry, Baekeland was eager to create something innovative. This led him to explore phenol, a compound derived from the destructive distillation of coal tar. In his experimental work, Baekeland combined phenol with formaldehyde under heat and pressure, creating a substance that exhibited remarkable properties. In 1907, Baekeland succeeded in creating Bakelite, heralded as the first true synthetic plastic. Unlike natural materials, Bakelite could be molded into various shapes and sizes when heated, and upon cooling, it would harden into a durable and stable form. This was a revolutionary breakthrough, as it offered a wide range of applications in industries that previously relied on natural materials. The impact of Bakelite was swift and widespread. It was used in everything from electrical insulators to household items and even jewelry. One of Bakelite's most revolutionary features was its resistance to heat and electricity. This made it an ideal material for the burgeoning electrical industry, where safety and durability were paramount. Objects made from Bakelite could withstand high temperatures without warping or melting, making it a favorite among manufacturers and consumers alike. As World War I approached, Bakelite's versatility became even more apparent. The military recognized the potential of this innovative plastic, using it to create components for war machinery, electrical devices, and many other applications where reliability was crucial. This period of increased demand helped solidify Bakelite's place in industry and everyday life. Furthermore, beyond its practical applications, Bakelite became a staple in the art world. Designers and artisans were drawn to its ability to be molded into intricate shapes and bright colors. Bakelite jewelry, which often featured bold design and vibrant hues, captured the imagination of fashionable circles in the early 20th century, making a statement about modernity and innovation. The aesthetic appeal of Bakelite contributed to its popularity, making it not just a practical choice, but also a desirable one. However, the story of plastic did not end with Bakelite. The invention opened the floodgates for further explorations into synthetic materials. In the decades that followed, chemists began developing an array of other plastics, each with unique characteristics tailored to specific needs. From polystyrene to polyvinyl chloride, or PVC, the variety of synthetic plastics revolutionized countless industries, ranging from construction to consumer goods. Plastics soon became integral to the way products were designed and manufactured. Their lightweight nature, coupled with resistance to environmental stressors, made them incredibly attractive to manufacturers. As the demand for plastic products surged, it became increasingly clear that this new material was not just a passing trend. It was a significant part of modern life. As decades progressed, however, society began to realize the environmental challenges posed by plastic. The ease of production and the convenience of disposability led to significant waste, pollution, and sustainability concerns. Many individuals and organizations around the world are now working to address these challenges by developing new biodegradable materials and striving for more sustainable practices in plastic production and usage. The exploration into plastics creation reveals a fascinating trajectory of human ingenuity. It invites us to reflect on how a single invention can intertwine with our lives, driving changes in culture, economy, and the environment. It is a testament to the power of creativity and innovation that began with one man's desire for alternatives. Leo Baekeland's first synthetic plastic has paved the way for complex conversations about innovation, utility, and sustainability in the world today. As we look ahead, the legacy of Bakelite and the plastics industry continues to inspire new generations. The need for sustainable alternatives has birthed a new phase of innovation, one that combines the brilliance of Bakeland's discovery with a consciousness for future generations. The journey of synthetic plastics reminds us that innovation comes with both opportunities and responsibilities, and navigating this path wisely will shape the world we live in for years to come. In the world of breakfast cereals, few names are as iconic as Kellogg's Corn Flakes. This crunchy, golden delight has become a staple in many households, often associated with the start of a new day. But the story behind Corn Flakes is not just about a marketing genius or a savvy business strategy. Instead, it begins in the late 19th century with two brothers who had a rather unusual path to breakfast cereal fame. The year was 1894, and the setting was Battle Creek, Michigan. At the forefront of this narrative were John Harvey Kellogg and his brother Will Keith Kellogg, both of whom were deeply entrenched in the health movement of their time. They were running a sanitarium, a place designed for health-conscious individuals wanting to improve their well-being through diet and lifestyle changes. This establishment was part of a broader movement that emphasized vegetarian eating, physical fitness, and moral living. Now, John Kellogg was particularly known for his innovative approach to health. He believed in the importance of whole foods and was always experimenting with different grains and cereals, intent on creating a food that was both nutritious and easy to digest. One fateful day, while attempting to make a healthy bread for the patients at the sanitarium, something unexpected happened. The brothers, in their endeavor to create a wheatberry dough, inadvertently overcooked the mixture when they left it unattended. Rather than waste the burned batch, John and Will decided to press the overcooked dough through rollers to create thin sheets. These sheets were then cooked a second time, which transformed them into crisp, flaky pieces. To their surprise, when they tasted this new creation, they found it to be quite different from their original intention. It had a delightful crunch and a flavor that was both light and satisfying. The brothers saw potential in this accident and decided to serve it to the patients. The reception was overwhelmingly positive. Patients enjoyed the new food, finding it an enjoyable addition to their diet. It was light, easy to digest, and provided a quick option for breakfast. Encouraged by this success, John and Will Kellogg realized they had stumbled upon something truly special. They began experimenting further, developing methods to produce the flakes in larger quantities. In 1895, they officially introduced their creation, naming it Corn Flakes. They aimed to cater to health-conscious individuals, marketing it as an adjunct to a healthy lifestyle. The product quickly gained popularity, particularly as more people embraced the convenience of ready-to-eat cereals. The Kellogg brothers focused on making their product as nutritious as possible, ensuring that it was made primarily from corn as opposed to wheat, which aligned perfectly with the dietary preferences of their clientele. As time progressed, Will Kellogg saw even greater potential in corn flakes beyond the confines of the sanitarium. He eventually decided to separate himself from his brother's health-based principles, branching out into commercial production. In 1906, he founded the Kellogg Company and launched an aggressive marketing campaign aimed at the general public. He positioned cornflakes not just as a health food, but as a delicious breakfast option for families, capitalizing on the growing trend of convenience in the kitchen. This move turned out to be pivotal, leading to widespread popularity across the United States and beyond. The Kellogg brothers' innovation didn't just stop at cornflakes. They continued to experiment with various other grains and cereals, expanding their product lines and developing additional flavors and variations. The introduction of added sugars and other ingredients allowed for even greater versatility, appealing to a broader audience and encouraging more people to enjoy this new breakfast option. The story of cornflakes reflects a time when ingenuity came out of necessity. It illustrates how accidents can lead to extraordinary outcomes, touching lives and shaping eating habits across generations. Today, cornflakes remain a beloved breakfast choice for many, often enjoyed with a splash of milk, fresh fruit, or even as a topping for a yogurt parfait. This simple cereal has transcended its humble beginnings to become a symbol of convenience and comfort, reminding us of the innovative spirit that drives culinary exploration. So next time you pour a bowl of cornflakes, take a moment to appreciate their rich history. From an overcooked dough in a Battle Creek sanitarium to a breakfast table staple, enjoyed by millions. The journey of cornflakes is a testament to creativity and the unpredictability of culinary invention. Perhaps you might find inspiration in the idea that sometimes the best things in life come from unexpected places. In the early 19th century, a remarkable invention transformed the way humans created fire: the friction match. This groundbreaking tool was invented by a British chemist named John Walker in 1827, quite by accident. Interestingly, Walker's journey towards creating the match was not the result of a grand experiment, but rather a simple and unintentional discovery that changed everyday life. One day, while working in his laboratory, Walker was testing various chemical compounds on wooden sticks. He noticed that when he scraped one of these coated sticks against a rough surface, it produced a small flame. This unexpected burst of fire sparked his imagination and prompted him to explore this phenomenon further. The process he stumbled upon involved a combination of chemicals, including sulfur and potassium chlorate, which ignited when subjected to friction. It was an incredibly innovative moment, representing a leap from using flint and steel or cumbersome methods of making fire, such as fire drills or sparkers. The initial matches created by Walker were somewhat rudimentary and inconsistent. They were made from wooden sticks, dipped in a mixture of chemicals. The striking surface, however, was not yet developed, meaning that the matches could only catch fire when struck against the right abrasive material provided by the user. Despite these limitations, Walker recognized the potential of his invention and began to refine it. As word of Walker's invention spread, it became incredibly popular. The convenience of being able to create fire with a single motion captivated many. No longer did people have to struggle with flintstones or endure the frustration of failed attempts to spark a flame. Matches became an essential tool in households and were particularly helpful for cooking, lighting candles, and even warming homes. The swift and reliable ignition provided by these small sticks opened up new possibilities for daily life. Interestingly, Walker did not patent his invention until several years later, allowing others to replicate his idea. This led to variations and improvements. While Walker's early matches were somewhat unpredictable, other inventors built upon his work to create safer and more effective versions. In 1832, for example, matches began to feature phosphorus, which allowed for easier lighting. By the time the 1840s arrived, safety matches were introduced, which could only ignite when struck against a specially prepared surface. This development made matches even more user-friendly. Throughout the 19th century, the production of matches grew into a significant industry. Factories sprang up dedicated to crafting these small, yet powerful, tools. With advancements in technology, the matchmaking process became more efficient. This development not only improved production rates, but also made matches more affordable and accessible to the general public. Their widespread use symbolizes a pivotal moment in human history, providing a cheap and effective means of lighting fires for numerous activities. Matches also found their way into popular culture, becoming iconic symbols of convenience and innovation. People began to associate matches with various activities, from camping trips to cozy nights spent around the fireplace. They became essential for many outdoor adventures, allowing campers and hikers to quickly start fires for cooking, heating, and illumination. This small invention significantly enriched countless experiences in the great outdoors. Moreover, matches inspired artistic expressions, with various advertisements showcasing their utility and appeal. Designed in beautiful boxes, adorned with captivating illustrations, matches became associated with leisure and comfort. They were not just utilitarian objects. They shaped moments of gathering, warmth, and relaxation. Another fascinating aspect of matches is their long-standing role in humanity's relationship with fire. For centuries, fire was considered a sacred element, symbolizing life and energy. The ability to create fire easily and reliably through matches emphasized humanity's ongoing quest to harness the elements and control nature. This relationship took on even greater significance as matches facilitated more significant advancements, like industrialization, by fueling machinery and powering homes. As we enjoy the flickering light of a match or the comforting warmth of a flame, it is essential to reflect on the journey of this simple invention. What began as an accidental discovery transformed into a reliable source of ignition that has stood the test of time. The relevance of matches in our daily lives serves as a reminder of human creativity, the ability to turn chance occurrences into legendary innovations. From humble beginnings, John Walker's friction matches sparked a revolution in how we think about fire, illustrating how even the smallest inventions can have a significant impact. Now, as you recall the importance of that small, sticky wooden match, consider the possibilities it has opened up in your own life. Whether you're lighting a cozy fire on a chilly evening, igniting a candle to create ambience, or cooking a delightful meal, the humble match remains an unsung hero of everyday moments. So, next time you strike a match, take a moment to appreciate the simple yet profound evolution of this extraordinary tool that so many of us often take for granted. Its invention ushered in countless opportunities and conveniences that continue to enrich our lives in simple yet powerful ways, showcasing the beauty of accidental discoveries. In the early 19th century, the quest for effective pain relief in medical procedures was an arduous journey, often fraught with suffering and fear. Surgeons operated swiftly, relying on speed, rather than compassion, as patients endured excruciating pain. Among this backdrop of struggle and experimentation, a Scottish physician named James Simpson made a groundbreaking discovery that would change the landscape of medicine forever. Simpson was born in 1811 in the small town of Bathgate, Scotland. He was a brilliant and curious mind, deeply passionate about medicine. After obtaining his medical degree, he became particularly interested in obstetrics and the challenges faced by women during childbirth. During the late 1830s, he sought ways to alleviate the immense pain of labor, which was a critical issue at that time. Simpson's journey into the world of anesthetics began when he and his colleagues were investigating various substances that could produce a relaxing or numbing effect. They experimented with several agents, including nitrous oxide and ether. However, it was during one evening, gathering in November of 1847, while he was exploring the properties of chloroform, that the unexpected incident occurred. Amidst the laughter and conversation, Simpson accidentally inhaled some chloroform vapor. Almost immediately, he experienced a sensation of extreme relaxation and euphoria. This moment sparked an intense curiosity within him. While it was an accidental discovery, it opened a door to newfound possibilities in pain management. Intrigued by his experience, Simpson began to conduct more formal experiments with chloroform, engaging with trusted colleagues to test the substance's effects further. These early experiments were paramount, as they demonstrated chloroform's ability to induce a state of insensitivity to pain. The results were astonishing. He started using chloroform as an anesthetic agent in surgeries and obstetric procedures, and the success of these initial uses captivated both medical professionals and the public. One particularly notable case involved the use of chloroform during a difficult childbirth. The transformation in the mother's experience was profound. Here was a woman who was able to go through the labor process with ease, devoid of the agonizing pain that had historically marked this natural event. News of this revolutionary approach spread quickly, triggering widespread interest and an influx of inquiries from across the medical community. As word of Simpson's work reached other regions and nations, more and more doctors began to incorporate chloroform into their practices. It was quickly lauded for its effectiveness and accessibility compared to other anesthetic options available at the time. Surgeons viewed chloroform as a gift, a means to enhance their capacity to perform complex procedures while ensuring a better experience for their patients. However, the introduction of chloroform was not without its challenges. Different individuals exhibited varying sensitivities to the substance, and there were instances where fatalities occurred due to overdosing. These situations raised questions about the safety and reliability of chloroform, prompting ongoing discussions within the medical community. Even with these risks, the overall benefits of chloroform significantly outweighed the drawbacks, leading to further development and refinement of its use. Simpson continued his pioneering work and remained actively involved in discussions surrounding anesthesia and surgery throughout his lifetime. The impacts of his findings were so profound that they ultimately contributed to the establishment of anesthesia as an integral component of medical practice. Medical training programs began incorporating instruction on anesthetic techniques, and the surgical world transformed into a more humane and scientifically grounded arena. The significance of the chloroform era extends beyond just the context of surgical pain management. It represents a fundamental shift in medical philosophy, moving away from an era that largely disregarded patient comfort toward one that prioritized humane treatment and compassionate care. It also set the stage for the evolution of modern anesthesiology, laying the groundwork for the profound advancements in drug formulations and techniques we see today. In retrospect, James Simpson's objectives were not only to alleviate pain, but to redefine the patient experience. The chloroform era represents a synthesis of science, curiosity, and compassion. Individuals who underwent medical procedures could now have their dignity preserved, leading to better mental and physical health outcomes over time. Furthermore, the legacy of Simpson's work endures in the practice of medicine, where patient comfort remains paramount. As we explore the history of medicine, stories like that of James Simpson and chloroform serve as reminders of the relentless human spirit to innovate and improve the conditions of life. From these early explorations, we witness the steady progression of medical science toward what it is today. Chloroform, once an innovative leap, paved the way for anesthetic developments that continue to influence surgical practices around the globe, having laid an essential foundation for the compassionate care that defines modern healthcare. Simpson's legacy inspires ongoing inquiry and a commitment to discovering new ways to treat suffering, ensuring that the quest for understanding and alleviation continues for generations to come. In the mid-19th century, a significant advancement in skincare emerged, thanks to the keen observations of an enterprising chemist named Robert Chesebrough. His journey began in 1859, in the bustling oil fields of Pennsylvania, where he was captivated by the practicality of a peculiar substance produced during the oil drilling process. As he watched workers handling crude oil, he noticed them applying a viscous, jelly-like residue to their skin to soothe cuts and burns. This simple but effective remedy caught his interest, igniting a spark of inspiration that would lead to a revolutionary product known today as Vaseline. Chesebrough was intrigued not only by the substance's properties, but also by the resilience of the workers who used it. He realized that this unrefined jelly served as a protective barrier, keeping wounds clean and allowing them to heal. The workers' reliance on this natural balm illustrated the need for a reliable healing product that could comfort the skin. Inspired by their practical use of the substance, Chesebrough set out to create a purer, more refined version of the jelly. To pursue this goal, he traveled to Brooklyn, New York, where he established a small lab dedicated to developing the substance further. He began a meticulous process of distillation and purification, carefully removing impurities from the original petroleum jelly. After numerous experiments and tests, Chesebrough succeeded in producing a safe, cosmetic-grade product that retained all the beneficial qualities of the original jelly. In 1870, Chesebrough patented his creation under the name Vaseline. The name itself combined the German word for Wasser and the Greek word for olive oil, Elion, reflecting its smooth, emollient nature. With the patent secured, he began marketing Vaseline in a unique way. Chesebrough organized demonstrations where he would apply the jelly to his own skin and perform seemingly miraculous feats of healing. This innovative approach captivated audiences, providing tangible evidence of the product's effectiveness. Chesebrough did not just stop at demonstrations. He also cleverly packaged his invention into small, convenient jars, making it easy for consumers to use at home. His efforts paid off as Vaseline rapidly gained popularity, finding its way into households across America. It became a staple in first aid kits, prized as a versatile ointment for a wide range of skin ailments, including minor burns, cuts, and dry skin. As the demand for Vaseline grew, so did its applications. People discovered its benefits beyond mere healing. Vaseline became a beauty secret, used by many to create a radiant complexion and protect the skin in harsh weather. Makeup artists embraced it, finding that it could enhance the appearance of lips and eyelids, offering a dewy finish that remains popular even today. Over the years, Robert Chesebrough continued to innovate, exploring various uses for his creation. He highlighted the unique properties of Vaseline, emphasizing its ability to trap moisture, ward off environmental irritants, and provide a barrier against external elements. As a result, Vaseline became synonymous with skincare, leading to an enduring legacy. Today, Vaseline exists as more than just a remedy. It is a cultural icon. With various formulations and products, including different scents and added benefits, it remains a versatile tool in the world of skincare and cosmetics. People utilize it for everything from chapped lips to dry elbows, showcasing how Chesebrough's invention adapts to the needs of modern consumers. Moreover, the story of Robert Chesebrough and Vaseline reminds us of the transformative power of observation and innovation. By identifying the effectiveness of a simple worker's practice and refining it into a widely appreciated product, he created something that has stood the test of time. As we reflect on the legacy of Vaseline, it serves as a testament to human ingenuity. It encompasses the spirit of perseverance and creativity, illustrating how one person's curiosity can lead to a solution that benefits countless others. Robert Chesebrough's journey from the oil fields to the shelves of medicine cabinets highlights the importance of exploring the everyday and finding potential where we least expect it. Whether used for practical purposes or as a beauty staple, Vaseline continues to transcend generations, solidifying its place in history as a quintessential skincare remedy. It teaches us that sometimes the simplest discoveries can have the most profound impact on our lives. The story of Chesebrough and his petroleum jelly serves as a reminder that innovation often comes from the unlikeliest of places, encouraging us to observe, explore, and create. In the world of pharmaceuticals, many innovations are born from unexpected beginnings, often taking twists and turns that lead to discoveries no one initially anticipated. One fascinating story of such a journey revolves around a well-known medication, Viagra. While it is now recognized primarily for its role in treating erectile dysfunction, Viagra's origins lie in the search for treatments for heart-related issues. In the late 1980s, scientists at Pfizer, a major pharmaceutical company, were engaged in research aimed at developing a new medication to help manage angina, a condition characterized by chest pain and discomfort due to reduced blood flow to the heart. The objective was straightforward: to find a drug that would improve blood circulation and provide relief for patients suffering from this condition. The researchers were examining a compound known as sildenafil, which was believed to have the potential to relax blood vessels and improve blood flow. During clinical trials, participants were given sildenafil to evaluate its effectiveness in treating angina. However, as the trials progressed, the researchers noticed something unexpected. While the drug did not significantly alleviate the participants' angina, it led to an interesting side effect. Many of the men in the study reported improved erectile function. This discovery shifted the focus of the research team. After realizing that sildenafil produced a remarkable effect on erectile function, Pfizer decided to pivot their approach. They started conducting more targeted studies, specifically examining the drug's impact on erectile dysfunction, a condition that affects millions of men worldwide. The results of these trials were nothing short of groundbreaking. In 1998, Viagra was officially approved by the Food and Drug Administration, altering the landscape of sexual health and treatment for erectile dysfunction. What was once a failed attempt to combat heart disease had transformed into a revolutionary advance in men's health. The launch of Viagra not only provided relief for countless individuals, but also opened up discussions about sexual health that were long overdue. The commercialization of Viagra also marked a significant cultural shift. With its introduction, conversations about erectile dysfunction transitioned from whispers and hidden struggles to open discussions. This newfound transparency allowed many to seek help they might have previously avoided, fostering a greater understanding of sexual health issues in society. Viagra's journey does not merely highlight the science behind a successful drug. It also illustrates the importance of adaptability and innovation in research. The ability of Pfizer's researchers to pivot and rethink their objectives was crucial to the eventual success of the medication. The lessons learned from this experience resonate in the pharmaceutical industry, where the path from concept to market can often take unexpected turns, shaping the future of medicine in unforeseen ways. Beyond its immediate therapeutic effects, Viagra has also inspired further research into sexual health and performance. Following its success, a range of similar medications and treatments has emerged, expanding the options available for those who experience difficulties in this area. These developments have ultimately provided improved quality of life for many individuals, promoting a better understanding of male health issues and the importance of seeking help. But, in parallel with its medical advancements, Viagra has significantly influenced popular culture as well. From references in movies and television shows to discussions in various media outlets, the drug has become synonymous with conversations about intimacy and medical advancement. It showcases how a simple scientific exploration can ripple through society, creating broader implications that extend beyond the laboratory. As Viagra continues to be a significant player in the field of sexual health, its story serves as a reminder of the unexpected potential that lies within scientific exploration. What began as a quest to tackle heart-related issues turned into a revolution in men's health, illustrating that sometimes breakthroughs come from the most unlikely beginnings. This tale is a testament to the unanticipated pathways that research can take. The story of Viagra reflects not just the immediate effects of a medication, but also the broader shifts in our understanding of health, transparency in conversation, and the importance of continual exploration in the field of medicine. As we look to the future, we can only wonder what other medications may arise from the exploration of unexpected side effects, perhaps changing lives in ways we have yet to imagine. In the mid-19th century, a young English chemist named William Perkin embarked on an ambitious journey to synthesize quinine, a compound derived from the bark of the cinchona tree. Quinine was highly sought after for its ability to treat malaria, a disease that plagued many during that time. With a fervent desire to contribute to medicine and chemistry, Perkins set up his makeshift laboratory in his family home in London. He was just 18 years old, full of youthful enthusiasm and determination. While working on his project, Perkin used aniline, an organic compound extracted from coal tar. As he heated the materials in a beaker, an unexpected incident occurred. Instead of creating the desired quinine, he noticed that a rich and vibrant purple residue formed in the bottom of his flask. This striking color caught his attention, and instead of discarding his failed experiment, he decided to investigate further. What began as a quest for a serious medicinal compound led to a delightful accident that would change the world of textiles and colors forever. Perkin realized that the mysterious purple substance had remarkable qualities. Unlike natural dyes, which were often difficult to produce and faded quickly, this new dye was not only vibrant, but also quite stable. Intrigued by its potential, he experimented with different methods to purify and produce it in larger quantities. After numerous trials, he successfully produced the compound now known as Mauveine. The name mauve is derived from the French word for the mallow flower, which has a similar purple hue. As word of Perkins' discovery spread, the world of fashion and textiles was set ablaze with excitement. The synthetic dye offered a broader palette of colors, which was a revolutionary change from the standard dyes that were available at the time. Before Mauveine, colors were typically derived from natural sources, such as plants, insects, and minerals, which limited availability and often had inconsistent results. Mauveine provided a new ease of coloring fabrics, ushering in a new era in the fashion industry. Mauveine was first showcased in 1856, when Perkin presented it at the Great Exhibition in London. The reaction was overwhelmingly positive, and fashion designers quickly embraced the vibrant color. Dresses and textiles dyed with mauve became immensely popular, with women clamoring to wear this newly fashionable shade. The dye became a symbol of sophistication and elegance, making its way into everything from silk ribbons to luxurious garments. Not only did Mauveine influence fashion, but it also marked the beginning of the synthetic dye industry. After Perkins' success, many chemists began to explore the potential of coal tar and other chemical compounds in dye production. This led to a cascade of discoveries over the following decades, resulting in a dazzling array of colors and shades that transformed the way textiles were produced. Perkins' invention of Mauveine is significant not only because it was the first synthetic dye, but also because it ignited the curiosity of countless chemists and innovators who sought to create new things from synthetic materials. The fascinating world of chemistry became a vibrant playground for those who wanted to explore the uncharted territories of color and invention. Moreover, the implications of synthetic dyes transcended the realm of textiles. As new synthetic dyes were developed in the years following Perkins' discovery, they found applications in various industries, from art and design to cosmetics. The ability to produce colors that were consistent and long-lasting revolutionized the way artists approached their palettes, allowing for more vibrant and varied artistic expression. Today, we can appreciate the legacy of Perkins' accidental discovery in countless ways. The rich colors in our clothing, the hues in our paintings, and even the shades of cosmetics available to us all owe a debt to that moment in time, when a young chemist turned a setback into a breakthrough. Mauveine stands as a testament to the spirit of experimentation and the idea that sometimes the most remarkable discoveries come when we least expect them. William Perkins' journey did not end with Mauveine. He continued to innovate and develop new synthetic dyes throughout his life, paving the way for future advancements in chemistry and color technology. His curiosity and creativity became a driving force in the textile industry, influencing generations of chemists, artists, and designers who sought to explore the endless possibilities that color offers. As we wrap up our exploration of Mauveine and its remarkable impact, let us remember the importance of curiosity and the beauty of unexpected discoveries. Sometimes, the most unforgettable stories arise from moments of chance, where a simple experiment can lead to a profound transformation in our world. The legacy of Mauveine, the first synthetic dye, serves as a colorful reminder of the magic that lies within the pursuit of knowledge and the spirit of invention. Inkjet printers have become an essential part of our daily lives, helping us bring our ideas, images, and documents to paper with clarity and precision. But have you ever wondered how these remarkable machines work? The story of inkjet printers is not only a tale of innovation, but also one of serendipity. The origins of inkjet printing can be traced back to the mid-20th century, when engineers were experimenting with soldering techniques. One day, while working with a hot soldering iron, an engineer noticed something unexpected. A squirt of molten solder shot out, creating an intriguing pattern This accidental discovery sparked an idea about how fluids could be manipulated and ejected in a controlled manner. The connection between this seemingly unrelated event and the development of inkjet technology might not be obvious, but it set the stage for a breakthrough in printing. So, how exactly does an inkjet printer create images? At its core, an inkjet printer operates on a simple but effective principle, forcing tiny droplets of ink onto paper. When you send a document to print, an intricate process begins. The printer receives the data, and using sophisticated software, it converts the images and text into a series of commands. The printer's brain controls a series of nozzles located on a print head. Each nozzle is capable of ejecting millions of tiny droplets of ink, each measured in picoliters. To put that into perspective, a picoliter is 1/1,000,000th of a liter, indicating just how small these droplets are. The exact size of the droplet allows for incredibly detailed and vibrant prints. There are generally two main types of inkjet technology: thermal and piezoelectric. In thermal inkjet printers, small resistors heat the ink, creating a bubble of vapor. The pressure from this bubble pushes a droplet out through the nozzle and onto the paper. This rapid heating and cooling cycle happens in less than a millisecond, allowing for precision and speed. On the other hand, piezoelectric inkjet printers work differently. They utilize piezoelectric crystals that deform when an electric charge is applied. This deformation generates pressure that forces ink out of the nozzle. Because this method allows for more precise control over the dimensions of the droplets, piezoelectric printers are often favored for professional applications, where the quality of the print is paramount. As the print head moves across the page, it creates a seamless blend of colors. This is achieved through the combination of different ink colors, typically cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, known as C-my-kaido. By adjusting the size and placement of each droplet, printers can produce a vast spectrum of colors. The layering of droplets forms a continuous tone, making images look lifelike and text appear crisp. Moreover, inkjet printers have evolved significantly. Initially designed for more straightforward printing tasks, they now offer a variety of features. Many come equipped with scanning and copying capabilities, allowing them to function not just as printers, but as multifunction devices. Some models even include wireless connectivity, enabling users to send documents to the printer from their smartphones or tablets, further enhancing convenience. In addition to their versatility, inkjet printers serve various applications beyond just home or office use. Artists and photographers often rely on high-quality inkjet printers to produce stunning prints of their work. Special pigment-based inks can create prints with a wide color gamut and incredible depth, suitable for gallery displays. Another fascinating aspect of inkjet technology is the development of specialty inks. Some printers are designed to use inks that produce vibrant effects or are resistant to water and fading. Innovations in ink formulations and printer technology continue to open new avenues in printing, including textile printing, where inkjet technology is used to apply intricate designs on fabrics. The rise of inkjet technology has also sparked conversations about sustainability. With concerns about waste and resource consumption, manufacturers are exploring eco-friendly inks made from natural materials. They're also working on ways to minimize energy usage and reduce waste produced during the printing process. As we look ahead, the future of inkjet printing seems bright. With advancements in nanotechnology and a growing focus on personalization, we might see even more remarkable developments in the coming years, such as enhanced printing speeds, better color accuracy, and integration with other digital platforms. In conclusion, the story of the inkjet printer reminds us how the world of technology is often shaped by unexpected events and creativity. What began as an accidental observation during engineering experiments has transformed into a sophisticated tool, bringing art and functionality to our fingertips. Through the harnessing of simple principles, engineers have created machines that not only serve practical purposes, but also enable humanity to share and express ideas in vivid detail. As we continue to explore new possibilities in printing technology, we are also expanding the ways in which we communicate and connect with one another through the printed word. In the early 1950s, a remarkable chance encounter in the realm of medical science laid the foundation for a groundbreaking invention in the field of auditory rehabilitation. This story centers around a French doctor named André Journeau, a visionary in neurology, who, through an unexpected turn of events, would pave the way for what we now know as the Cochlear implant. The narrative begins in a hospital setting where Dr. Journeau was investigating the workings of the auditory system. He was particularly intrigued by the challenges faced by individuals with profound hearing loss. Many patients, unfortunately, experienced a significant decline in their quality of life due to their inability to perceive sounds. Dr. Journeau was determined to uncover more about the auditory nerve and its function. In a serendipitous twist, he decided to conduct an experiment involving electrical stimulation. He intended to explore how stimulation could evoke auditory sensations. His target was a patient whom he had recently examined, a man who had lost his hearing due to an unfortunate medical condition. Although the patient had been relegated to silence, Dr. Journeau felt compelled to delve deeper into the realm of possibility. Could sound be returned through electrical impulses? With careful consideration and planning, Dr. Journeau proceeded with the experiment. This was not a typical approach. It was an innovative leap into the unknown. As the electrodes were placed near the patient's auditory nerve, Dr. Journeau was both anxious and hopeful. Would this attempt yield any response? As the electrical stimulation was applied, something extraordinary happened. To the astonishment of everyone present, the patient began to perceive a sensation that closely resembled hearing. It was a breakthrough moment, sparking excitement rooted in the potential for transformative change. As Dr. Journeau noted the responses, he realized that the auditory nerve was capable of being stimulated by these electrical impulses. Each pulse opened a doorway into the realm of sound for the patient, allowing him to distinguish various auditory sensations. This initial success raised numerous questions and possibilities. What if this technique could be refined further? What if a device could be created to help countless others who shared similar challenges? The implications of this discovery were vast. Dr. Journeau understood that he was not just witnessing a singular event. He was at the forefront of what could become a revolutionary method for restoring auditory perception. Driven by this newfound knowledge, he dedicated himself to the next steps. As he continued his work, he collaborated with engineers to develop a more sophisticated apparatus that could safely and effectively stimulate the auditory nerve, ultimately leading to the creation of the first cochlear implant. This journey was not without its challenges. The road ahead required rigorous testing, refinement of the technology, and a great deal of persistence. The initial models were primitive by today's standards, but they represented the embryonic stages of a significant technological advance. With time, the cochlear implant evolved, becoming increasingly effective in translating sound into a format that could be perceived by the brain. The cochlear implant's design incorporated essential elements: an external microphone to capture sound, a speech processor to convert the sound into electrical signals, and an internal receiver that would deliver those signals directly to the auditory nerve. This intricate yet elegant system offered hope to many who had been cut off from the world of sound. Over the years, this innovation proved to be a beacon of hope. Thousands of individuals who once struggled with hearing loss began to experience the joys of sound. Children hearing their parents' voices for the first time, adults re-engaging with music and conversation, and families reunited through the power of communication. The Cochlear implant demonstrated not only the possibility of auditory restoration, but also the profound impact of technology on human lives. Dr. André Journeau's accidental discovery transformed millions of lives, marking a significant milestone in medical science. It also highlighted the importance of curiosity and exploration in the quest for understanding human physiology. The inspired fusion of neurology and engineering led to a device that continues to evolve, enhancing the capabilities of cochlear implants with each technological advancement. This legacy serves as a testament to the unpredictable nature of medical innovation. What began as an unexpected electrical stimulation became a monumental leap forward in the realm of auditory health. The story of André Journeau exemplifies how chance, creativity, and determination can intertwine to bring about revolutionary advancements that resonate far beyond the initial trial. Indeed, the narrative surrounding the cochlear implant is one characterized by hope, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. As more individuals benefit from this life-changing technology, the initial experiment carried out by Dr. Journeau remains a powerful reminder of the incredible potential that lies within the intersection of science and humanity. Through the power of inquiry and the courage to explore the unknown, we witness the remarkable ability to transcend limitations, inspire change, and ultimately improve lives. In ancient times, in the heartland of China, a remarkable discovery emerged from a simple accident that would eventually light up the night sky for generations to come. This tale begins over 1,000 years ago in the kitchens of Chinese cooks, who were initially focused on perfecting their culinary creations. Their kitchen was a bustling realm, filled with the aromas of spices and sizzling ingredients, yet it became the birthplace of something extraordinary. The year was around 850 AD, during the Tang Dynasty, a period known for its advancements in culture, art, and technology. In this vibrant era, cooks began to experiment with various ingredients as they sought to create new flavors and dishes. It was in this spirit of culinary exploration that a combination of three seemingly ordinary materials would lead to an accidental invention that would change celebrations forever. The essential ingredients in this kitchen experiment were saltpeter, sulfur, and charcoal. Saltpeter, known for its use in preserving food, was not uncommon in the pantry of a cook. Sulfur, with its distinct odor, was often found in the environment, while charcoal was a staple for cooking over an open flame. These three substances came together in a moment of serendipitous mishap, when a cook, perhaps distracted by the hustle and bustle of the kitchen, decided to combine them for an unknown purpose. As the cook mixed these ingredients, a reaction occurred that no one anticipated. When heated, the combination produced a colorful burst of flames and sparks. Startled by this unexpected display, the cooks gathered around, marveling at the vibrant show before them. This accident did not just capture their attention, it ignited their curiosity. What if they could harness this explosive combination for a grander purpose? Realizing the potential of this new discovery, these ingenious cooks began to refine their technique. They experimented further, mixing the components in various proportions to create different effects. With time, they learned to combine various colors and shapes by introducing metal salts, which transformed their accidental invention into something spectacular. Red flames danced alongside brilliant greens and bright whites, each color showcasing the creativity and ingenuity of those early innovators. The early use of these fire displays spread quickly throughout the Chinese Empire. Initially, they were utilized in religious ceremonies and festivals, believed to ward off evil spirits and bring good fortune. The ancient Chinese people revered the power of fire, and in this new form perceived it as a canvas for expressing joy and celebration. As festivals became more elaborate, so too did the displays of exploding colors, shining brightly against the night sky. This captivating new art form soon transcended the kitchens from which it originated, evolving into a professional craft. Artisans dedicated their lives to mastering the techniques necessary to produce larger and more intricate displays. With their skill, they transformed the once accidental mishap into a beloved tradition, captivating audiences of all ages. People gathered in large groups, eagerly anticipating the next dazzling explosion that would fill the air with excitement. As the popularity of these aerial displays spread beyond China, the idea of fireworks took root in other cultures. By the Middle Ages, these brilliant conflagrations found their way to the Middle East and Europe. Here, they sparked the imaginations of inventors and artists, each culture adding its own flair and artistry to the craft. Events like celebrations, weddings, and national holidays became adorned with grand firework spectacles, effectively intertwining fireworks into the fabric of human festivities across the world. In our contemporary era, the nearly magical experience of fireworks has become a standardized part of celebrations worldwide. From dazzling New Year's Eve displays to the colorful bursts celebrating Independence Day, their beauty casts a spell on anyone who observes. This captivating history of fireworks, originating from an ancient kitchen mishap, reminds us that some of the most remarkable creations in human history can stem from unexpected accidents, turning mere kitchen experiments into magical experience. Picture that first explosion of colors and lights over a darkened sky, filling the hearts of those ancient cooks with awe and wonder. This magical moment was just the beginning. Over centuries, this initial spark grew into a vibrant tradition that ignites our senses and brings people together. Each explosion is a testament to human creativity, curiosity, and the profound ways in which our past continues to shape our present. So, as you witness fireworks illuminating the night on festive occasions, take a moment to reflect on their ancient roots. The next time you hear the thunderous booms, remember the accidental discovery in a humble Chinese kitchen. Each flash and pop connects us not just to a moment of joy, but also to the timeless spirit of exploration and serendipity that defines human experience. This rich history gives every firework a story, a tale of chance, creativity, and celebration that captivates the imagination and fills our hearts with hope and wonder. In the vast tapestry of history, the safety pin stands out as a remarkable invention born from an everyday need. Walter Hunt, an American mechanic and inventor, was the mastermind behind this deceptively simple yet ingenious tool. In the 1840s, Hunt found himself in a peculiar situation. He was struggling to pay off a debt. At that time, economic pressures weighed heavily on many individuals, and Hunt was no exception. Determined to find a solution, he turned his attention to his skills as an inventor, a passion that had always been simmering beneath the surface. As he pondered various ideas, Hunt began experimenting with brass wire. Imagine a moment filled with frustration. In an effort to create something that might help him financially, he twisted and bent this humble material, seeking inspiration and practicality. What might initially seem like a mundane task would soon lead to a transformative creation. Sometimes, the greatest innovations emerge from unexpected accidents, and such was the case with the safety pin. During one of these moments of tinkering, as he manipulated the brass wire, a spark of inspiration struck him. The twist of the wire not only formed a circle, but also had the potential to clasp and hold other materials together. In that instant, what began as a simple, accidental twist evolved into an idea that met a need, a way to fasten fabric without the drawbacks of pins used previously. Before the invention of the safety pin, people relied on common alternatives like straight pins, which could easily dull or prick the skin, causing discomfort or injury. Hunt's design presented a more secure and user-friendly alternative, fundamentally changing how people would bind materials together. The design of the safety pin consists of a tightly coiled spring mechanism and a pointed tip. This innovative structure allows the pin to be easily manipulated. When you press the clasp, it opens up, allowing you to insert or remove fabric. Once released, the spring tightens, securely holding everything in place. This simplicity and effectiveness made the safety pin an immediate sensation, offering a solution that was both practical and safe. Hunt patented his invention in 1849, spreading the word of this newfound convenience. However, like many inventors, he faced challenges in commercializing his idea. His patent attracted attention, and soon after, the safety pin began its journey to widespread use, benefiting countless individuals across various sectors. Tailors, seamstresses, and everyday users found joy in this simple tool, which provided ease and security that previously was absent from clothing and fabric management. What's fascinating is that the safety pin continues to prove versatile over time. It has garnered a place in not only households and sewing kits, but has also been integrated into fashion statements and symbolism. In recent decades, the safety pin has been embraced as a symbol of solidarity and unity, appearing in protests and movements advocating for social change. It has transitioned from a practical tool to a cultural icon, showing just how powerful a simple design can be. As years passed, countless variations of the safety pin were invented, each aiming to improve functionality or aesthetic appeal. From decorative safety pins, adorned with jewels, to larger versions used in industrial applications. These adaptations reaffirm the importance of Hunt's original concept, illustrating how a small idea can inspire adaptations that cater to diverse needs. In exploring the legacy of the safety pin, one can appreciate the intertwining of necessity and creativity. Walter Hunt's invention was born from a moment of desperation, and yet it paved the way for an item that has woven itself into the fabric of daily life. It serves as a reminder that challenges can often lead to the creation of solutions that have lasting impacts. Even today, when we encounter a safety pin, we connect with the spirit of innovation and ingenuity, reflecting on how one person's resolve to address a hurdle can inspire generations to come. So next time you come across a safety pin, consider the journey it has taken. Imagine Walter Hunt in his workshop, twisting that piece of brass wire, and let that act of creativity inspire you. The safety pin represents not just a simple fastening device, but a symbol of human resourcefulness and the transformative power of innovation. It encourages us to look at our challenges not merely as obstacles, but as opportunities for creativity and advancement. In every clasp of a safety pin, there lies a story of persistence, an unexpected twist that changed the world in its own quiet yet profound way. Have you ever thought about how some of the everyday items we take for granted were discovered by accident? One such example is plastic wrap, specifically a type made from a substance called polyvinylidene chloride. The story begins with a man named Ralph Wiley, a chemist working in a laboratory. The tale of vinylidene chloride is fascinating and reveals how curiosity and a little bit of chance played a significant role in innovation. Ralph Wiley was not just a chemist. He was the kind of person who took his work seriously, but also enjoyed the unexpected surprises that came with experimentation. One day, while performing routine tasks to clean glassware in his lab, he stumbled upon something remarkable. Instead of dealing with a typical cleaning process, he noticed that the material he was working with began to exhibit properties that were quite unusual. The polymer that caught his attention was polyvinylidene chloride, or as it is commonly known, PVDC toy dye. This chemical began as a complex substance, but what made it so intriguing is that it had properties that could be incredibly useful. It could resist moisture, repel grease, and even block out air, which is essential for preserving food and other items. Ralph probably didn't realize it at the time, but he had stumbled onto something that would change how people think about food storage and preservation. Wiley's discovery of PVDC opened up new avenues beyond laboratory tasks. It soon found its way into kitchens around the world. Can you imagine a kitchen without plastic wrap? It is hard to picture. Its ability to cling to surfaces and maintain freshness made it an indispensable item for many households. It became a staple for wrapping leftovers, covering dishes, and even creating makeshift lids. In a world where convenience is valued, PVDC-based plastic wrap quickly gained popularity. The story of Wiley does not stop at just discovering a useful material. It also highlights how innovation often comes when we least expect it. Many inventions have been serendipitous, arising not from deliberate attempts to invent, but from unexpected moments of insight. For instance, think about how microwave ovens were developed. They were born from a chance encounter when a scientist noticed the effect of microwaves on food. Just like that, PVDC slipped into the everyday lives of people without much fanfare, changing the way they store food. As time went on, the applications of polyvinylidene chloride expanded beyond simple food storage. Industries began to take notice of its unique properties. Its resistance to chemicals and moisture made it crucial in various areas, including packaging, construction, and even the automotive industry. Imagine wrapping delicate items, keeping them safe from moisture and contaminants. The use of PVDC in protective packaging provided peace of mind to manufacturers and consumers alike. In addition, PVDC's contribution to environmental efforts cannot be overlooked. While all plastics come with challenges when it comes to disposal and recycling, advances have been made to improve the sustainability of polymer products. The development of biodegradable films and an emphasis on recycling practices are increasingly essential as society becomes more aware of environmental responsibilities. This journey of discovery continues to evolve, reminding us that there is always room for improvement and new discoveries. Ralph Wiley's role in the accidental discovery of polyvinylidene chloride serves as a testament to the spirit of exploration and the unexpected paths that innovation can take. Each time you unwrap a piece of plastic wrap, think of the serendipity that led to its creation. It's a simple reminder that sometimes the most valuable discoveries come when we are fully absorbed in what we are doing, showing curiosity and an openness to the world around us. The world of materials continues to fascinate scientists and consumers alike. As we advance in technology, who knows what new materials will emerge from the lab? Perhaps today's ordinary tasks will unwittingly lead to groundbreaking discoveries. Every time we engage with our surroundings, be it while cleaning, cooking, or even just experimenting, we invite the possibility of making a significant impact. The narrative of Ralph Wiley and polyvinylidene chloride is just one of many tales where a stroke of luck transformed the mundane into something extraordinary. It encourages us to appreciate the everyday items we use, reminding us that innovation often lies just beneath the surface, waiting to be unveiled. So, the next time you reach for that roll of plastic wrap, take a moment to think about the journey it took from a laboratory accident to your kitchen, where it serves as a practical tool in storing and preserving food for many. Embrace the discoveries yet to come, for they often arise in the most unexpected ways. Thomas Adams, a name not often recognized in everyday conversation, was an inventor whose curiosity and creativity led to a delightful discovery that transformed the world of snacks forever. The story unfolds in the early 1860s, a time of industrial growth and innovation in America. Adams, eager to experiment with the natural product known as chicle, had originally set out to find a substitute for rubber, which was in high demand for various manufacturing processes. Chicle is derived from the sapodilla tree, a tropical tree native to Central America. This substance was already known to the indigenous populations, who used it for centuries. They would chew on it for its flavor and its ability to help with oral hygiene. However, it was Thomas Adams who recognized the potential of this resin as something more than a household chewing habit. He was inspired to think outside conventional boundaries. As he began experimenting with chicle as a rubber alternative, Adams soon discovered its unique properties when mixed with sugar and flavoring agents. This concept was new and exciting. It opened up the possibility of creating a treat that didn't just satisfy hunger, but also provided enjoyable flavors and textures. Imagine the first time someone took a bite of the gum made from chicle. The sweet burst of flavor quickly captivated their senses. The result was not merely a product. It was the genesis of an entirely new category of confectionery. In 1871, after refining his process, Adams officially introduced his creation to the world. He marketed it under the name Adams New York Chewing Gum, endeavoring to highlight the modernity of his product. The gum quickly gained popularity, particularly among urban populations. At a time when sweets were primarily cakes and candies, chewing gum introduced a novel way to enjoy flavors on the go. It became a social phenomenon, not merely a snack, but a cultural trend. Adams didn't stop at flavors. He began to experiment further with various types of ingredients. He fabricated gum with distinct flavors like peppermint and cinnamon, tapping into a vast palette of tastes. Each new offering built excitement among consumers, creating a dynamic market that encouraged inventive flavor combinations. Imagine a bustling turn of the Century Street, where people gathered to chat and share the latest chewing gum sensations, each person gleaming with enjoyment as they chewed vibrant pieces that looked and tasted unlike anything before. An essential aspect of this modernization was not just the flavors, but also the different forms of gum. In a relatively short period, gumball machines emerged in public places, inviting passers-by to drop a coin for a sweet reward. This minor invention fueled a booming culture around gum, where the vibrant colors and bold flavors became part of urban life. Children, teenagers, and adults alike enjoyed the thrill of selecting a gum flavor, turning a simple act into an engaging experience. As Adams' business flourished, so did his creativity. He recognized the marketing potential of chewing gum and shaped advertising strategies that were ahead of his time. His campaigns appealed to consumers emotionally and socially, creating the idea that chewing gum was not just about the product, but about lifestyle and enjoyment. Cheerful advertisements and catchy slogans birthed a love for gum that animated streets and shops. Adams' innovations didn't end with just the product. He promoted the idea of gum as an expression of one's personality. Gums of different colors and shapes came to symbolize trends, with each flavor steeped in its own narrative. Chewing gum became a staple in American culture, featured in movies, books, and conversations, a perfect blend of art and commerce. Beyond the flavors and the colorful profiles, gum's modernization also reached into the realms of health consciousness and convenience. Today, gum exists in diverse forms, catering to various preferences. Every brand boasts innovations like sugar-free options and added health benefits. Picture gums, promoted for fresh breath or even focused on energy boosts, symbolizing how much the industry has evolved and adapted to consumer needs. From Thomas Adams' experimentation with a single natural product to the multitude of colorful gums available now, the evolution of chewing gum tells a story of transformation fueled by creativity. It celebrates curiosity, leading from simple beginnings to complex innovation. Each piece of gum is a testament to the power of imagination, driven by desire to explore and improve, reminding us that sometimes the simplest ideas can yield the most extraordinary outcome. As you indulge in the flavors of today's chewing gum, consider the journey it has undertaken. From the jungles of Central America to the shelves of convenience stores, every chew is a connection to a rich history filled with original thought, experimentation, and innovation. This ongoing story continues to evolve, with inventiveness at its core. In the early 1920s, the world of medicine was about to undergo a remarkable transformation, driven by a series of fortunate events and a curious mind. This story begins with a young Canadian physician named Frederick Banting. He was not a typical researcher. In fact, he had a rather unconventional approach to science. Many people know him primarily for his monumental discovery of insulin, but few are aware of the twists and turns that led to this groundbreaking medical achievement. Banting was deeply interested in the role of the pancreas in diabetes. Diabetes is a condition that impacts how the body uses sugar, which is essential for energy. In those days, diabetes was a death sentence. Many patients struggled with severe symptoms, and the prognosis was often grim. Banting believed that understanding the pancreas could unlock crucial information about diabetes. One night, in 1920, Banting had a thought that would change the course of medicine forever. He considered the relationship between the pancreas and blood sugar levels, particularly how the pancreas might function in individuals with type 1 diabetes. He hypothesized that the pancreas produced something that regulated blood sugar. With this idea swirling in his mind, Banting set out to gather evidence that would either support or disprove his theory. Banting sought the partnership of a knowledgeable biochemist named John MacLeod. At the University of Toronto, MacLeod initially had reservations about Banting's hypothesis. However, he was intrigued enough to provide Banting with laboratory space and access to research tools. This collaboration was key, not just for Banting, but for the future of diabetes treatment. With the laboratory set up and experiments underway, Banting focused on extracting a substance from the pancreas of dogs. He believed that this substance would show promise in controlling the blood sugar levels associated with diabetes. After several trials, he succeeded in isolating a hormone that would soon be known as insulin. This was no longer just a theoretical discovery. It was a tangible substance that could regulate glucose in the bloodstream. As Banting and MacLeod continued their studies, they conducted experiments to test insulin on diabetic dogs. It was a dramatic moment. They observed the dogs transforming from sickly creatures into vibrant, healthy animals. The results were nothing short of astonishing. The team soon realized that they had stumbled upon a life-changing therapy for diabetes. The implications of their discovery were profound. However, the road from discovery to widespread medical use was not without its challenges. Banting and MacLeod faced significant hurdles in refining the insulin extraction process and scaling it for human application. The complexity of the pancreas and the fragility of the insulin hormone presented obstacles that they had to navigate. But Banting's determination and innovative mindset led him to develop methods that enhanced the extraction and purification of insulin. In 1922, the first patient was treated with insulin, and the results were miraculous. Leonard Thompson, a 16-year-old boy suffering from severe diabetes, had an almost immediate response to the treatment. He transformed from a frail condition to regaining strength and vitality. This moment was nothing short of revolutionary, not only for Thompson, but for millions of others who would benefit from insulin therapy in the years to come. The impact of Banting's discovery was monumental. Insulin became the cornerstone of diabetes treatment, changing the lives of countless individuals who had once faced a dire fate. His work paved the way for research into diabetes management and understanding of metabolic processes. People who were once bedridden with complications from diabetes found hope and a new normal thanks to this breakthrough. Banting did not simply stop there. He was dedicated to ensuring that insulin remained accessible and affordable for those in need. He famously refused to patent the discovery, believing that it should be available to everyone who required it. This altruistic approach further emphasized the essence of his work, underscoring the belief that medical breakthroughs should serve humanity, not profit. Today, insulin is among the most widely used medications in the world, transforming the management of diabetes. The ways in which it has evolved over the decades are nothing short of remarkable. From the early animal-derived versions to the synthetic insulins available now, researchers have expanded upon Banting's work, continually improving and refining diabetes treatments. Frederick Banting's journey from a humble physician with an idea to a pioneer in diabetes care exemplifies the power of curiosity, collaboration, and determination. His legacy lives on, not just in the science of medicine, but in the countless lives saved and improved. As we reflect on this extraordinary chapter in medical history, we are reminded of the profound impact that one curious mind can have on the world. Innovation often springs from the most unexpected places, and in Banting's case, it was through sheer will and a spark of insight that a medical revolution was ignited. His story continues to inspire future generations of scientists, researchers, and healthcare professionals who strive to seek answers and make a difference in the lives of others, ensuring that his contributions to medicine will not be forgotten. In the landscape of modern medical engineering, few innovations have had such a profound impact on cardiac care as the Implantable Defibrillator. Its inception was not the result of a straightforward design process, but rather a remarkable tale of research mishaps and unexpected discoveries, leading to a groundbreaking advancement in the treatment of heart conditions. The story begins in the mid-20th century, a time of rapid development in medical technology. Researchers were fervently exploring ways to manage arrhythmias, the abnormal heart rhythms that can be fatal. Traditional treatments were often limited, and the search for a reliable solution was paramount. It was during this era that the concept of electrical intervention emerged. Initially, external defibrillators were developed, devices designed to deliver a jolt of electricity to the heart through electrodes placed on the chest. While they were effective in saving lives during resuscitation efforts, the need for a more permanent solution became evident. Patients with severe arrhythmias often faced repeated hospital visits, leading to a growing demand for a device that could continuously monitor and respond to dangerous heart rhythms autonomously. One significant twist in this story came from a research initiative intended to explore the electrical properties of heart tissues. The goal was to gain a better understanding of how the heart functions and how it responds to electrical stimuli. However, during their experiments, researchers accidentally created a device that could not only detect life-threatening heart rhythms, but also deliver a shock to restore normal function. This serendipitous breakthrough paved the way for the development of the implantable defibrillator. By modifying existing technology, engineers and medical professionals collaborated to create a small battery-operated device that could be placed inside a patient's body. The first successful implantations emerged in the late 20th century, marking a watershed moment in cardiac therapy. Patients who had previously been at risk of sudden cardiac arrest found new hope in this revolutionary device, which provided a safety net for those living with an unpredictable condition. The implantable defibrillator works by continuously monitoring the heart's electrical activity. When it detects a dangerous rhythm, it responds by delivering a precisely calibrated shock. This rapid response can mean the difference between life and death, and its ability to function autonomously offers patients an unprecedented sense of security in their daily lives. As research continued and technology advanced, the design of implantable defibrillators evolved. New features were incorporated, such as the ability to also function as a pacemaker, further enhancing their utility. The integration of wireless technology played a pivotal role in this evolution, allowing healthcare providers to monitor a patient's device remotely. This innovation enabled regular assessments of the device's performance and the patient's condition without the need for frequent invasive procedures. The impact of the implantable defibrillator is profound. For many individuals, it means the freedom to engage in activities that were previously deemed too risky. People can pursue sports, travel, and live with a sense of normalcy that may have been elusive before. The emotional and psychological benefits of having a device that offers reassurance in potentially life-threatening situations cannot be overstated. In addition to enhancing individual lives, implantable defibrillators have significant implications for public health. They have contributed to a decrease in mortality rates associated with sudden cardiac arrest, reshaping the landscape of cardiac care. Hospitals can now allocate resources more effectively, and emergency response teams can focus on critical cases, knowing that many at-risk patients are protected by their implanted devices. However, like any medical advancement, the journey of the implantable defibrillator has not been without challenges. Ongoing research aims to refine the technology further, addressing issues such as battery life, device longevity, and biocompatibility. As more data emerges from long-term studies, new insights are gained, prompting continuous improvements in various design elements. Innovative materials and advanced algorithms are regularly tested to boost efficiency and reliability. The history of the implantable defibrillator is a testament to the power of persistence in scientific exploration. What began as a series of trials and errors transformed into a beacon of hope for countless individuals living with heart conditions. Through a combination of ingenuity, collaboration, and a willingness to embrace unexpected outcomes, medical engineering has achieved a remarkable feat that exemplifies human resilience. Reflecting on the remarkable journey of the implantable defibrillator reminds us of the essential relationship between science, technology, and healthcare. It underscores the idea that sometimes the most significant advancements arise from unplanned occurrences. The story of this device is a compelling narrative about how innovation can emerge from the chaos of experimentation, ultimately leading to life-changing solutions that improve the health and well-being of individuals worldwide. This remarkable device serves as a reminder of the ongoing commitment to improving cardiac care, inspiring hope and healing in the lives it touches. Through the lens of history, we see how a chance discovery can lead to life-saving technology, forever changing the future of medicine and patient care.